Okay. I'm just trying to get Roll20 working here. Is that a sandwich bag? Are your jams spelled? Okay, give me just a second, I'll get the camera on.
Hello, Internet Land. Welcome to another exciting edition of Spelljammer. Gonna pass it off to the main man here.
Alright, let's get
Catch
going.
us back up from last time and keep the wagon rolling here.
Alright. So you guys, we introduced our group of misfits that have got together on the dancer, but Captain Red Ravel has kind of brought them all together to search for the mythical treasure known as the... What's the name of it?
Dancer?
No, the name of the treasure.
Oh!
The...
Galactic Leyland.
Kinda.
Vault.
I have it written
Salt
down.
the Book of Elements? Yeah.
I have it written down. Purgatorium.
Oh yeah, the
Purgatorium.
Purgatorium.
That doesn't sound like a...
Oh. Of course you do.
It's full of sticks.
The mythical lost treasure of
baptized
an ancient race of beings containing who knows how many other wondrous treasures, vast and terrible, being sought after by the evil emperor of the Elorian Elven Empire, the Purple Dragon, his half-sister, Red Ravel, leading you guys on an epic quest to try to beat her brother to this amazing treasure. We had last seen you sailing through the aether space of the ethereal, or the astral plane, the plane of thought and dreams, as you sail towards a large glass sphere kind of hovering nondescript in the gray wastes of the realm of thought. As the ship pulls in closer and closer, we see the ship, a small portal open up in the side of the glass sphere, as you drift into what appears to be a large settlement. After a few hours of drifting even further into the space itself, you have come across the settlement known as the Rock of Brawl.
The Rock of Brawl.
The Rock of Gibraltar.
This massive two-sided city exists on a gigantic floating asteroid out in the cosmos of space. It takes you a couple days as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger in the sights of your ship. As you come closer and closer to this massive settlement, you see an entire city on the top, and as it sort of turns a little bit at the bottom, you see the bottom is large farmlands and even more settlements. As you come closer, turns to you and says, "Well, I know it's no Londor from your old planet, but the Rock's a good place. It's a nice place to call home. You and your family can live here, and we have a warehouse that my partners and I kind of operate out of, living space up top that we're not really using. So feel free to bunk your families there if you want. While you're serving with me, you'll have a place."
Check with them.
You're welcome to live on the Rock of Brawl. And she sort of like leans. And what did we say, everybody? We're not pirates. We're not pirates. Thank you for that, practicing that. We are independent contractors. Okay.
Entrepreneurs, if you
What,
will.
this curiosity I see called xeno-termination? That where they just execute aliens?
Oh no! I know that would catch you.
And why is it limited?
You know them because you've been to the Rock a few times. A small group of highly capable specialists and spellcasters that makes a living hiring themselves out to capture or kill formidable wild space creatures. Typically, they are hired on an individual basis by a party who is threatened by a monster that is defined a less potent attempts to remove it. Basically, if there's like a space like shark, like taking out your shipping lanes in a certain spot,
Freaking laser beams on their
laser beams on their head, you can hire Xeno Termination Limited, and they'll sail in and take them out.
It sounds like you're just describing what I did with nicer words.
I mean, it's kind of caught your eye here and there. Well, yeah, you guys are settled in the low city as the ship docks. Here in the city itself, you guys are settled in this little corner building, the Pan-Galactic Trading Company. See, it's a the image is that of like a globe with a sailing ship kind of coming up off the surface. This little speed line. It's blue and white. As you walk up off the gangplank, you walk past a bunch of other ships. You see ships shaped like scorpions, ships shaped like turtles, ships shaped like giant butterflies. You see a couple.
But are there ships shaped like ships though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say ships shaped like traditional sailing ships. One or two docked there.
Ship-shaped seashore ships.
Ship-shaped ships. As you walk across the gangplank, you especially, Miner, the first time in this alien world, you were assaulted with the sights and smells and sensations of dozens of new types of people that you've never seen before in your life. You walk past, there's like a blob man and like kind of like dribbling himself down the gangplank. He's got like a hat like halfway in his head. He's holding a stick, like he's like trying to make his way to one of the ships. He's got a bunch of fishing gear like in his body. You see another one, a series of like ant-headed like insectoid creatures like wrestling over like a giant loaf of bread, and then another larger ant creature like picks them both up and then smacks their heads together and you kids get back to the house and just drags them off. Just a whole feast of new experiences for you. As you walk into the Pan-Galactic building, you're welcomed inside.
Marcus ain't got nothing.
Small human man. Good to see you, mistress. Hello, you must be a new acquaintance. A small kind of bespectacled. He's got like on the end of his nose, like big bald, like top of the head with the wide white hair. Kind of shuffles up. My name is Carruthers. I am the business partner of Miss Red. I run the Pan-Galactic Trading Company in her stead. Carruthers has been with us for a long time. He's an old salt here around the rock. We occasionally do traditional trading missions, and if those come up, or if maybe an opportunity to salvage something comes up, Carruthers will tell us about it. It takes a lot of gold to keep this place running, and she kind of like welcomes you in. You guys are more like familiar with it, but it's kind of like there's a warehouse. There's maybe about 20 crates of random goods being stored there, and then kind of behind the building itself, there's a smaller building that's like the house, so like kind of set next to it. She shows you back there, takes you upstairs. There's about like 2 or 3 bedrooms that aren't being used. Some of you guys have been moved in. You move into the ship, but some of your stuff is like still like at this residence. I'm gonna say you guys take about a week, kind of get acclimated to life on the rock here. What would you like to do with like a week's off the waves of space? I guess I'll start with you, Jared.
So we were able to get our families here, or what's
his family's here.
So what's the deal with my family? I don't think we ever discussed that.
You are just here on your own 2 feet. Your family, I don't think you told them where you were going.
Okay, I didn't know if my planet was conquered already.
No,
or not.
as far as you know.
Okay, yeah, as far as I know.
As far as you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Your plan's
so
safe.
I would have just okay. I probably would have left Earth or whatever planet I'm on.
I'll say it for all of you except for Miner. As far as you know, your home planets are safe. You have not received word that a bunch of ships and a purple guy.
Unfortunately, your family climbed into a dumpster, but it was a trash compactor.
I was gonna say the other way around. There was an explosion, but they were in the dumpster and survived.
They're hard of hearing now.
Yeah, right. The burrows sounds like a place a raccoon would be attracted to.
Not the rock rat.
The rock rat. Grift Town, right next to Grift. Oh man. Yeah, that's definitely a quarter of the city he'd be interested in.
I don't own the physical book for this. I own the D&D Beyond digital version of SPELLJAMMER book.
So I see her the rock rat. I think the castle rat man. I assume we probably come in by the Pangalactic.
Yep, that's your base of operations.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hectic.
Yeah.
Well, oddly enough, they don't have the burrows described in here. So, I'm going to say the burrows is kind of a more run-down sort of maybe section of town, a little bit like undergroundish, kind of going into the asteroid itself.
Okay.
Next to Gift Town, which Gift Town is, of course, full of people of Quint's persuasion. They're the talking hippo men.
The locals call it Gifton.
Gifton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nolans.
Gifted it is.
As opposed to Nolans.
Nolans. So you go to the burrows, you see a few other like animal folk here and there.
Between the burrows and maybe Grift Town, I'd like to go rifling through people's
Trash?
trash.
I
Of
was
course.
gonna say trash.
People have secrets they hide, and maybe he'll find something interesting.
Okay, so you go on, you're walking down Lamp Street, kind of turn down this corner. Go ahead and give me a persuasion or perception check.
Perception?
Actually, Jiff Town?
5. Great opening roll.
You find just some refuse, like use like fish bones and
Oh,
but they're
excellent!
space,
So I succeeded.
but they're space fish bones.
Space fish bones, you say?
Yes. So you just want to kind of scrounge around town?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Let
be my vermin self and go
Okay.
have at it.
me.
Undesirable. Yeah, no, I have been. I gotta pay attention to
I
the
know.
tournament.
One moment.
Okay. I'll fix it. Wait with that, but I don't think. If it. Turn that over there and see. Maybe if I split the difference. Thank you guys for letting me know about audio as I learn where I need to place everything. I'd let you jam my spell any day. Thanks, Dan.
I'm gonna say you find enough edible trash in your foraging this
Okay.
week. You find enough for about 4 days worth of rations,
Okay.
but it is literal trash. It is literal
Yes.
edible trash. Like halves of sandwiches that did not get finished.
Oh, perfect.
You just have to cut around the bite.
More protein in those bites.
How about you?
Well,
You're this,
probably getting the family moved.
when you
down,
research the area a little
or-
bit.
Yeah, just kind of getting acquainted with
Okay.
the new reality.
Go ahead and give me a history test.
History.
History.
Alrighty. That'll be a 17.
You go about your week. You introduce yourself to a few people that maybe are recommended to you by Red. She takes you down, for the Mercantile Agency. She takes you to the Happy Beholder. We meet Luigi. He's a giant blue-skinned beholder. He's basically, this is the sailor bar in town. It's full of a lot of other different sailors and such.
Is he wearing green?
No, he's a beholder. He is technically nude.
He's technically nude.
As he's kind of floating around, he's sitting. Oh, this giant 10-foot floating eye kind of hovers above you, and I'll say your wife is with you. She's able to take your wife to dinner. Says, well, you're new around here. Welcome to the Grinning Beholder. This must be you come from a new world that you don't look or smell familiar.
Smell fine to me.
Well, that's good. Where would you like to sit?
Booth, I guess.
Alright. You see his eyes kind of like wiggle around his head. Booth, this way. And he just drifts back.
How much of a fantasy world did I come from? Have I heard of beholders before?
I'll say,
or are they just kind of a myth or
I'll say
legend?
they're like a myth, yeah.
Okay.
But no, you sit down, and he starts to kind of give you the rundown of the town. He says, if you ever need any sailing accoutrement, Eldamar sea charts. If you're trying to sail, if you want to sail to a specific spot that you know of, like you want to go, if you want to go back to your home city, there might be a sailing chart that will decrease the time it takes to get there. There's also Gaspar's Reclamations. It is a kind of like a magical pawn shop where here it's like small treasures usually wind up here and there, you know, for small prices. Nothing huge or mythic usually shows up, but there's also the Temple District. If you ever need anything like people raised, there's also some spells that they can cast for you, such as like Commune, Lesser Restoration, Remove Curse, stuff like that.
As long as it's not commune. Yeah, you got hippies, alright.
The Man of War. It's probably, he said, like, now I think we have good food here. I personally recommend the Cobb salad, but we have a place called the Man of War. It's pretty much the hoitiest of the toity as far as eating goes on the rock here. They have amazing nebula shrimp, and they serve a dream whale cocktail that is guaranteed to give you a good night's sleep if you drink its concoction. Anything else that you want to? You kind of just named you a few different spots. Anything specific that you want to know about the Rock of Brawl?
Not really. I think he's just trying to get acquainted. Like I said, it's kind of a new reality going on here. Like,
okay. I'll see with the 17. Your family has kind of like spent this week being. You're not going to get any like. I'll say that's your starting reaction with people. They'll be mostly positive. Like nobody's been, like your dad hasn't been like freaking out as much as you thought he would. You know, kind of been in a smoother transition than you think with that 17.
probably still grumpy. Probably still thought we should have stayed and fought.
Yeah.
But
you know, now he's in a much larger place, and he doesn't have to pay rent right now, at the moment. Micah, how would you like to spend your week on the rock?
Have I been to the Rock of Brawl before?
Yes, you're a regular here.
Well, how about we give a rundown of this place? I think that might help the people who have never been in Spelljammer before get a rundown of the geography here.
Okay.
It's called Look at the Map.
Well, like I said, we have the 3 cities, Lower City, which is going to be your basic, most common spot here in town. Think like any sort of like fishing community, like London-esque, around turn of the century. Middle City is going to be a little bit more upper class, merchant area. You have like the Smith's Coster, the Juggler Guild House, Festival Grounds, stuff like that. There's the Temple District, which is going to be all like, there's a few temples dedicated to pan-galactic gods, like Fa, the Traveler God, the Nameless One, just like 4 or 5 like base entities out here in Wild Space. It oversees Lake Brawl, which is a large crater that's filled. You can see that there's a water line that kind of has been depressed a little bit. It's maybe about 3/4 of the way full. You see that to fill the lake, there's a bunch of nearby ice crystals that they'll take and they'll chop down and sort of like fill it up with ice to let it like melt back down, so they can get another bit of the lake, filled up. You have High City, full of your nobles, and then Starhaven, the Palace of the King, the reigning monarch here of the Rock of Brawl.
And we don't have anything that we're doing at the moment. We're just like landed back, right?
You see that Red is busy organizing something with one of her friends, a dwarf named Gildan. Let's just go Gordon. A dwarf named Gordon. He owns another ship, and you see her like talking with him occasionally. She'll be pointing out at some of you guys, like, and saying stuff, kind of like yeah, he can do this and he can do that, whatever. You can see that maybe she's starting to organize something with it, like at the end of the week.
Gotcha. Okay. And she hasn't told us about this though.
Not yet.
Okay. I like how there's a place called Juggler's Folk Guild House.
Juggler's.
Operating behind the facade of a small backseat playhouse, you know it as a thieves guild.
Ah.
The acting company puts on body and crest comedies to maintain their ruse.
What about the red masks?
They are a little bit more violent. They're a group of youngsters fighting for influence on the Rock. They frequently kind of clash with the jugglers. They're more like thugs as to the street urchin pickpockets of the jugglers. They have a sign, the tavern, with like just a no sign that they operate out of. There's just a placard, like it has like a bowl painted in red. I mean, if you go in there, you're not gonna get your ass kicked. But I mean, like, if you're not there for business or you're not like a member of the guild, you might get harassed a little bit. But yeah, so kind of the rival rogues guild here in town.
Gotcha. Okay. What about the Library of Spheres?
Library of Spheres. Vast library that collects tomes, scrolls, and other manuscripts. It does not contain any books or scrolls of magical nature, and none of the contents can be taken off the premises. So it contains basically knowledge and history and literature of countless cultures from across the multiverse. But it doesn't carry like spell books or like enchanted books of like, you're not gonna find like the Necronomicon hanging out there.
Okay. I guess I'll go to the Library of Spheres and just kind of peruse.
Okay. Let's see.
I have no specific agenda, but
You're fine. Is there anything in particular that you want to look for?
No, that's what I meant. Like, I don't have an agenda.
Okay.
I just didn't know, like, okay, I'll go here. Is anything going to happen if I go here? So, yeah, I didn't have anything really in particular. It just kind of seemed like if I have downtime, that's where my character would go.
Give me an insight test.
So, 14.
Okay. Give me one more.
23.
23.
Yep.
Okay. One more.
And 9.
Over the week, you spend a nice time like reading and kind of centering yourself and kind of calming yourself. You gain 2 saving throw rerolls that you can use until your next time here in town.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right, Jesse, what would you like to do on the rock?
I long for companionship.
Okay. There's literally one called Find Companionship. All right.
Here's a vending machine.
I think I know what you want.
Yeah, I think we already kind of discussed it.
Have you already met? Do you already own this particular?
No.
You don't. Okay, I'll say you spend your time in the park, like kind of like the south side near the festival grounds, near the arena of Froon, kind of this like large area, and you are kind of practicing your kind of your marksmanship a little bit. You have some like targets set out. You're just kind of like using like a small crossbow and that you have just just for accuracy, nothing too bad. Not like you're firing live rounds of a gun, in a busy city.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
After a while, you see this little like kind of straggly mutt of a dog. He's kind of a beagle mixed with like a Rottweiler, and you see him kind of like he's really emaciated, and like he's trying to like try to stay hidden a little bit. You see him shaking, kind of like near like a tree in a bush, and you see he hasn't really like nobody's really like looking at like for this, particularly lost dog. Do you want to go maybe investigate it?
I shall.
Give me a animal handling.
I had an extra thought for me, but
Okay.
okay.
$21.
21.
Please.
I'll say the dog.
Shit out of that dog.
The dog like doesn't see you as like a human. It sees you as an object, so it's not quite as afraid of you as it like starts to sniff, and it kind of like huddle like it starts to like kind of scratch at your empty like compartment where you know that you have like a half of an apple or also some jerky. So you plunk, open up your compartment like, oh, you must have smelled the sausage in my pocket. So you hand him some food, and
Wow, now.
after a while, he starts following you around, and
Why is it covered in peanut
you have
butter?
adopted a small animal companion. What would you like to name your dog?
Anvil.
Anvil. Okay.
Yes.
You and Anvil, you take him back to the Pan Galactic Trading Company. He has a warm little spot by the fire, and you slowly begin to kind of teach him some tricks. I'll say with the 21, he'll know like 4 basic like heal, like sit, retrieve, attack, and like kind of follow or whatever.
Okay.
So, yeah. You spend your week with Anvil, kind of getting him acclimated to you and the crew. And after a while, he gets, well fed and a little less bitey towards other people.
A little less bitey.
Towards other people. Yeah.
What's that? He's injured, you said?
Mhm.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to take him into the workshop to heal him.
Oh, good. So you're gonna put cybernetics on your dog?
Something like that.
Okay.
Sounds like heresy to me.
Let's go Arcana. What are you trying to do? Well, actually, do you have smithing tools as your proficiency?
I am proficient in almost every useful tool. I was running out. I was getting so many proficiencies. I was running out of things.
Give me an intelligence.
Artificers are great with
Give me an intelligence with smithing tools, son.
I have thieves, smithing, tinker, cartographer, navigator. With what?
Intelligence,
Smith.
and add your proficiency bonus. What are you trying to do?
Well, basically that.
We'll get there. Okay. You see that he has a broken leg,
Mm-hmm.
and you replace it with a mechanized, like, one-to-one cybernetic, like steampunky, like replacement leg. So you're getting close to your cyber pet companion, but yeah. Go ahead and get one inspiration. And Anvil is now has a synthetic front left leg.
Basically, I'm making him my steel defender.
Okay. I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because when we rolled the character, I had a pet. It's like, oh, I could RP this and make it my steel defender.
Okay. All right. I like it. Andy.
Alright, so the first thing I want to try and figure out, I had that mystery potion
Mhm.
from last time. I want to try and figure out what that is.
Okay.
Is there where I could go to figure that out?
You could take that to, let's say,
Hey, Mike, I say something real quick.
Something real quick.
Thank you.
oh, let's call it an alchemy. Or, no, we'll do seek assistance. As you go around looking about a bunch of different stuff, trying to figure this out, I'll say you have a good idea to take this to a alchemist that you know in the Great Market.
Okay,
So you kind of drag Tom along,
of course.
and they're like, "Hey Tom, I think it'd be great, however you want to sell it to him."
Just start walking there and he just follows me.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. And he just,
He's like, come on, Tom, we gotta figure it out.
I guess we're going to the market. You walk up to the stand and say, "Oh, Spike, it's good to see you again. What have you brought for me this time?"
Just pull out a potion. I go, I found this in a kitchen and I don't know what it is.
Give me a persuasion test.
Jared, I sent you 2 links updating the relevant information.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
15. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
Proficient persuasion, so.
It's good.
So one of the 2 of us, then one by himself.
That's your
or
current.
Okay.
However you need to use
Plus
it.
1?
Yeah, I'll
So
use the
16.
I'll use the one with both of you.
Whichever.
Yeah. Appreciate it, yeah. I'll throw that in for when
Well.
we meet in 2 weeks.
This is a bit of an odd potion you brought me. It appears to be a transmutation potion. If consumed, it should somewhat change your internal biology to something that you can think about and sort of change a bit of about yourself. I'll see if you drink it, you gain a cantrip of your choice.
What? He's
Okay.
injured? Okay.
However, if you apply this to an item, such as a cooked animal, you can change that animal into any type of, let's say, you're going to fry up a small alley rat. And you fry it up, and you put a dollop, like a small drop of this in your oil, and you think, I want this to taste like fried chicken. It will taste exactly like delicious fried chicken.
Okay.
It's still changing the internal, you know,
Okay.
makeup of the item, but it's either you once or whatever you want. I'll say like 100 times.
Okay. And if I drink it, I get the cantrip forever?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. 6.
I'll say you'd have to drink it. Well, there's at least 60% of it left.
Okay. So I could use a little bit to make some
You could
fried
use yes,
chicken.
yes, some OF quote unquote C.
And take away the savory flavor of the fermentation.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I owe him anything?
Tom throws him a gold.
Just okay.
Thanks, mister!
The face says, want me some chicken orbs.
Okay. I guess after that, is there anywhere to like fight or like an arena, like to train at all or
Train! Alright.
You said Goku's favorite word.
Yeah. I'm thinking, you know, in most games you gotta grind a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And level up.
I mean, I'm sure there's a place you can pick up prostitutes to grind.
And that's bumping too.
Bumping uglies.
Sorry, this is the first time I'm like going through here.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Just elevator music. Waiting
Musical whimsies of Jared John.
music.
Okay. You find some slight work. There is at the Arena of Froon, there is a battle pass tournament. Fuck it.
Okay.
A series of children getting animals from across the multiverse,
And having back-alley cockfights.
pitting them against each other.
Perfect.
It's like the opening ceremony of like the actual gladiatorial arenas. Like you get like maybe 60. There's a lot of the parents are sitting down, kids are riveted. You know, they're like,
Good time.
"Go, electric mouse! Go, fire lizard!"
Perfect.
Give me a survival test.
Surprise. Alright.
I mean, there's no bullywugs here?
This is gonna be our bullywugs.
Oh, okay.
14.
Battle pets.
Wisdom. Plus 4, so I got 18?
18. All right. So you are able to kind of like get yourself in a nice frame of mind. You get yourself all trained up. You're gonna give me. First, it's going to be a insight test to gauge your enemy.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Your first opponent is let's just pick a random monster.
Mewtwo.
Right off the bat.
I was gonna roll to see just a random Pokemon and describe it in D&D terms.
You have to fight an Elder Red Dragon.
Charizard?
Well, yeah.
I have disadvantage on insight too, so that's not great.
Okay, your first opponent is what looks to be a small bird in a witch's hat.
Murkrow, got it.
No, it's a small bird in a witch's hat. We're not gonna get started.
It's in the hat. It's not wearing the hat. It's in the hat.
It's in the hat.
Fine.
All right.
It's a bird.
So what'd you get?
Well, I got disadvantage, so I got a 2.
Okay. So you're like, I don't even know anything about this guy. Go ahead and give me an athletics with either strength or dex. This is gonna be the actual fight.
I just got a chicken potion. What the hell am I doing here?
Going in to face Brock with a Pikachu.
Yeah. Just remember to activate those emergency sprinklers. You get clobbered.
7?
7. The fight does not go well.
Does not go well.
All right.
Excellent.
So the final test is going to be, it's going to be an athletics test. We're going to use your Constitution instead of your Strength.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. Are you proficient in athletics?
No.
So it's going to be just a straight up Constitution roll.
Alright. Alright, 8 plus 1, so I got a 9.
Okay, your first
Not great.
foray to Battle Pets was not great.
Not great.
Witch Hat Bird kind of kicked your ass, but you did. You got in there. You know, you showed some heart. I'll say you got 20 gold.
Okay.
As like because there was only like 4 people that entered, and you got double bronze.
There's a severance fee, right?
Yeah, it was like we felt sorry for you.
Yeah.
Lucky
for you, Mister. We're unionized.
I'll say you're in sort of like the beginnings of this sort of Battle Pets arena league. You started.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. Sorry it didn't go better, but you know what? Next time,
You live and learn. Man.
you know what you gotta do. You gotta train up your insight a little. You have to train up your strength. So yeah. You had something else that you wanted to do, Minor.
Finish chewing.
Okay.
Stogie's just
I
pondering.
like battle pets. We're
Battle pets.
gonna do battle pets.
Yeah.
It's gonna be random Pokemon. I'll describe a Pokemon. We will not say the
They're
name.
not the name.
I don't care how close I describe it. We're not gonna
We're
say
not
the name.
describing Pokemon. We're
Because
describing battle pets.
Nintendo is not gonna sue us.
Yeah, that's what Brock is saying. I don't know if you guys heard or not, but Nintendo's trying to copyright containing animals in balls.
Oh really?
As a concept, they're trying to copyright
Jeez.
it. So we can't capture them in balls.
Oh,
you know?
no.
Well,
There's-
that's their whole thing against Pal World. It's not the
It is,
it's not
yeah.
the concept. It's they feel like they're
We're-
trademarking the method.
We
Yeah,
capture
they're
our
trying to
battle pets and
fight back.
trapezoids. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
The funny thing was they didn't patent that until 2021.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So he had his date night with wife. So later in the week he goes back to that bar where the beholder
The
is,
grinning beholder.
and just brought us checkerboard.
Okay.
You guys know anything about this game? Checkers.
Checkers.
Gonna teach you folks a good game here.
Do you want to gamble? You want to put some money on this checkers game?
I'm just here to teach you guys.
Checkers. Is that the game where we tackle each other?
Check, and you just tackle him.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
Slays them in the
Money's a
random
bit
wall.
slim of late, so gambling
Okay.
isn't
All right. Go ahead and give me. You have a
proficiency.
proficiency in it. We'll do wisdom. You sit down with Luigi. It's kind of funny to watch a giant beholder try to move a small checker piece.
Alright, it's a 15.
For his first checkers game, it does not go well. You pretty handily beat Luigi. He wants one more. He wants one more go though.
It's okay. Figured it'd take you a game to get used to it. Figure it out.
Okay.
Ooh. It's 24.
Well, you got a 19, so you're a little bit
Rather than
more.
that 19.
A little bit more proficient this time. He still loses. Well, we'll go best 2 out of 3. I won't take up too much of your time, but I do enjoy this. Next time you stop by, bring the missus, and I'll give you a little discount.
3%.
Should have just covered the tip.
The economies were bigger than this. Oh.
At the end of this week, you guys have had your various adventures. Red calls you all together into the warehouse, and she's got Gordon there. Gordon's a gold dwarf. He's got a thick orange beard. He's from the land of Faerun, from the land of Forgotten Realms. And he's kind of got his crossed arm there. He's got his pipe, and he kind of nods. He says, "All right, you are a new crew. You've only the oldest," and she points at you. The oldest you've been with me is maybe a month. So we need to get some practice. And if I want to get you out on a separate ship, we need some pirate practice. I mean, some independent
Contracting
practice.
experience, yes.
You're gonna go with Gordon here on a run. He's got over to a place called the Isle of Dread on the plane of Earth to deliver some mining supplies to some dwarves that are out of the bay collecting giant pearls. You're gonna accompany him. You're gonna follow his orders and report back here. And if he says you're doing a good job and you follow orders passively and learn a new trade, I can perhaps give you the money to start your own ship.
I didn't say pirate. I said irate. Irate. You gotta get in battle. You gotta get mad. You gotta get angry.
No, I'm raiding pies. I'm a pie raider.
I look at us as more of wealth liberators.
Wealth liberators. I like that. So I'll give the floor to Gordon. Gordon steps up. All right. I don't know any of you, but you look like a fair sort. He kind of looks at Tom, who recently has had his battle pets experience. He's got a little cry streaks down the side of his goggles. He didn't do too well.
I'm just patting him on the back.
Man up, boy.
It's okay, Tom.
We'll do better next time. Whatever happens.
Maybe if you fed me more often.
Why am I doing those? Why are you feeding me your coffins?
Yeah.
We're to take a trip. It's a place of unknown, well, somewhat known dangers, but of amazing treasure. It's a place, a tropical island of mystery and lizards and giant crocodiles and big sea beasts. But the treasures are vast and valuable.
So after you have crocodiles and shit.
He walks you out onto the pier, and you see that he has what's called a hammerhead ship. It is a red and gold, sort of red and gold hammerhead shark-shaped spelljammer. Two sails kind of up on the mast there, getting loaded up. All right, we're going to pick a few jobs for you. And this is going to be your temporary job. Are you here with me on... what's the name of my ship? The name of my ship? The Stone Skull! Yes. I need a captain, a first mate, a bosun, a quartermaster, and a lookout. If you want me to define these...
Define quartermaster.
It's only 1/4 of a master.
So we need 3 more?
You can see yourself out.
Oh wait,
I thought that was too easy.
what am I doing?
What do you want to know?
Quartermaster.
Quartermaster ensures the ship is in magical working order and the course is plotted and kept. Tasks may include aligning the spelljamming helm to the ship, charting courses through the astral sea, wild space, and keeping a lookout for magical hazards. Most quartermasters are pilots. If you have magical access to magical where to do, you can do it. I think everybody has access to magic.
I mean, yeah. Artificer magic, but yeah.
So, yeah, it's can mostly be using intelligence and wisdom.
Well, I've got a 4 in intelligence. I've only got a 1 in wisdom.
Well, I'm not going to be throwing anything too hard at you. This is going to be basically showing you our voyage system.
Okay.
You want to volunteer for a quartermaster?
I'll do quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
If there's any objections.
Alright.
I got pretty good wisdom. I don't know. But
How's your dexterity?
average, I guess. 13.
13.
So
Well, we got. How's your charisma?
It's my lowest one. It's
Okay,
12.
so not captain.
Yeah.
We got lookout. Lookout keeps an eye out for opportunity or trouble in the space around the ship. Tasks include looking out for wild creatures that or threatening foes, finding land and looking for suitable parts or landing spots.
I could do that.
All right. Andy's going to be our lookout. I've got 3 left. I've got first mate, or no, excuse me. Yes, I've got captain, first mate, and bosun.
Was Boston do?
What are the stats required?
I'll read them through.
Oh.
Captain is charisma and wisdom. Captain makes the final call on all encounter decisions. Captain's specific tasks may include inspiring the crew to accomplish a task, reading a bad situation, and bargaining with other vessels. First mate is charisma and intelligence. First mate assists the captain by ensuring the crew is following orders, running smoothly. Tasks may include inspecting the ship for trouble, stopping crew fights and disputes, and rallying the men to work together. The bosun is strength and constitution. Bosun ensures the ship is in working order and the crew is well cared for. This includes making repairs to the ship, moving heavy cargo, and working under pressure to keep the ship going.
I'd probably settle for first mate. Would be the best fit for me.
First mate,
Yeah. First raccoon.
So I ain't taking any orders from no rodent.
What was captain again? You said charisma and wisdom?
yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Bosun.
What was it again?
Mostly strength and con. Bosun ensures the ship is in working order and the crew is well cared for.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, well, it looks like we got everybody's little positions. Write that somewhere on your sheet. We'll just use this as our default positions for now. If you want to switch, we can do it later.
BOSUN?
Yep, BOSUN.
That's the stone skull.
Hmm?
The ship is stone skull.
I mean, just for this one, it's going to be the ship that you're serving on right now, the Stone Skull. Yeah.
But more or less your position.
Of my position on the ship of the stone skull.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if you guys get your own ship, and you like this position,
Writing it
you know.
over. Stone skull.
All right. I need a D12 from someone.
12.
Here you go.
Roll it up.
Oh. Ten.
A smooth start. All event rolls are -1. The first event check is made at advantage for each event. Very nice. You guys get it loaded up. The ship sails out. Your family waves goodbye as this voyage begins. We're going to change our music.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones's punishment guy is called Bosun.
And now we get to go to the place everybody is having fun. with the sandwich bags.
Here you go, Micah.
Yep.
Alright.
We gotta get our lunch in space. Yeah, to fill in for context for chat here. Was it you that said that? Yeah. Aaron said these icons look like sandwich bag, like lunch bags you'd get in elementary school. Maybe like a random burrito or something.
I was thinking we gotta make space for lunch.
Oh.
Alright.
I think that button's gonna be wore out by the end of the campaign.
They plot the course throughout the ship. You guys sail out into the astral sea.
Oldie's in here. Welcome, Oldie. James.
The whole trip itself should take 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So as you guys are out sailing here, I need the first encounter roll. So go ahead and give me.
Oldie jumped in the room and just said, and I know the tone. Space.
Give me D12, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, D12. Whoever would like to roll.
Is it score round robin or something?
Yep.
6.
6. So 6 minus 1 is 5. Who's our quartermaster? Jesse?
Jesse, yeah.
Technically.
As we're sailing along out in wild space, you see that there is a ship surrounded by like almost a field of bones and like gore. And you can see that it's the carcass of a space whale, and the ship is like putting out puffs of like steam and smoke out into wild space, and it's like pulling chunks. You see hooks pulling chunks in of this creature. And just like you could tell, it's almost being manufactured into something, and this like kind of floating barge of sorts. It's got a bunch of strange equipment attached to it. Go ahead and roll me a perception test.
I open fire. Clearly, they're space poachers. What am I rolling?
Perception, please.
Perception.
Wonder what it tastes like.
16.
I can
16.
make
Alright,
it taste
so
like chicken.
Chicken orbs.
Alright, Samantha.
16.
You should have brought stand food. No.
You said 16.
16, I said.
Okay. As you are, I'll say, all right. You pull behind one of the space bags.
Space whale? Looks like space sushi's back on the menu, boys.
Get to my tokens.
Oh yeah, your digital tokens.
So it takes up a little bit longer area. Yeah.
Alright.
So you're about 200, 300 feet away from it, kind of behind this, pull behind this asteroid. You're able to see out the porthole window this thing and warn the crew before you just kind of stumble into it. You know them as a bunch of, they're called the Mad Whalers. They are creatures of various races that hunt creatures from wild space and turn them into very dangerous but powerful magical concoctions. They're like kind of like space mutants. Like they want to consume like various strange creatures to enhance their own like abilities and powers. They can be dealt with, but they can also be very unpredictable. So I guess we asked the crew, what would you like to do? You can sail past them, you can engage them in battle, or you can try to negotiate with them.
What would we even have to negotiate with?
Firepower.
Does it look like they have any weapons on their ship?
Perception. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Alright. 15 perception. So I got a 19.
You see that they have two like looks like harpoon launchers
Okay.
to catch whatever prey they want, and it looks like a catapult in the back. No like cannons or any real offensive weaponry other than
The harpoons and
harpoons.
catapults.
Yeah.
Offensive weapon knives.
Does our ship have any like weapons at all? Or?
The hammerhead does have weapons, yes.
Okay.
Let me pull up the stats for this thing.
The hammer.
But like I said, there's no wrong answers. It's just whatever the crew would like to do. And Mike, as captain, if we come to an impasse, you have final say.
I say we target
Okay.
their engines.
That's what I was thinking.
Then we'll have room to negotiate. Because we'll have working engines.
I like how the robot thinks.
Yeah, 3 for attack.
What's the force there?
Just you and Minor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have the final say, so it's minor say.
Seems they're not so good people, I guess. I don't know. I'm still new to this whole space thing, so
I'm a little fucked up right now. It's kind of hard to gauge.
They're basically poaching space creatures to make what WMDs.
weapons of mutant destruction.
Yes.
Yeah, they sound like terrible people to me.
Let's go get them.
All right, roll initiative.
I'm using a different D20 to like roll a 3.
Oof.
I got 6. I got a rock.
Got a rock.
Andy, what'd you get?
Nat 1.
Lufagus says aggressive negotiations. 6.
6. Micah.
14.
Minor.
16.
Jesse.
12.
All right. So we have a surprise round on our Mad Whaler friends.
Awesome.
Okay, so
They see the whalers in Futurama when they're going through that small world museum or whatever.
Whalers on the moon.
Yeah, we're whalers in.
okay, your ship has enough crew to operate each of the weapons. If one of you would like to get to basically your battle stations, there's 2 main gunels, which are like smaller catapults, and there's a main catapult. If one of you would also like to pilot the ship, like the helm is open, like the captain is the helm's open, whoever would like to pilot the ship. And then there's also spots where if you want to just cast from the deck, you can also do that. We're going to start off with, we're going to call crew spots. So, Minor, where do you want to go? What do you want to get to?
What skills do these guns take, or catapults take?
They're going to be, if you are trained in firearms, I'm going to count that as having training with these weapons.
Artificer gets it.
Right. Artificer also gets to use their intelligence for their attacks instead of dex. So that still apply? Okay.
Well, because remember, you're using your know-how, like aiming ahead.
Making sure?
Yeah.
You played a lot of gorillas back in the day with the velocity and angle. Explosive bananas.
Chemistry class. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll take the big gun. Fuck it.
Okay, ballista. Alright, you to the ballista. You have a crew that is ready there. They're going to take one. It takes 1 action to aim, 1 action to fire it, 1 action to load it. So you have 2 other crew members here. One person is loads it. Another person aims it, and then they're going to give you the thing to fire it. So whenever you're ready.
Oh, you ready for a roll?
Yeah, if you want to fire on the ship right now, if you want to wait till you get closer, it's up to you. You are in range,
About how far are we from it?
300 feet.
Alright.
Each of these is 50 feet.
50? Okay.
Yep.
You know what? Screw it. Let's burn that inspiration they gave me for not using a pun name. It
Mulligan!
was nat 6. Ooh, there we go. Nat 13. So I get to add proficiency as well, right?
Yeah.
So that will be 18
Nice.
to hit.
18 hit. All right. Pull up my ship stats. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that is
It's going to be 3d10.
3D.
Nice.
Because it's a ship weapon, attacking a ship weapon, it's going to bypass their damage threshold.
Alrighty. Ooh, 23.
23. Alright. Second up is going to be the guns of the Mad Whaler. You see them like the stone impacts the ship, shakes it pretty heavily. You see them starting to scramble to their guns. It's going to go Micah. What spot would you like to take? Got pilot's chair. Sorry, yeah, we got pilot's chair. And we have two guns, the mangonels, and then you can just cast from the deck if you'd like.
What's the pilot's turn?
You'll move the ship.
Okay.
There's also other things you can do, like setting up. You can do a thing called stay on target, where you can give your next attacker advantage if you'd like.
What kind of skill checks are required?
That's going to be mostly a dexterity plus. Do you have tools? Sea vessel.
No.
So it's going to be just a dexterity check for you.
Okay. I guess I'll pilot a gun.
A gun? Okay. You go to one of the mangonels and light up the shot. You guys are still behind this debris, so you have some cover. Go ahead and give me an attack. Are you're proficient in firearms, correct?
I'd hope so, since I'm living.
Your gun mage, yeah. All right, so you attack with your full bonus.
Funny story.
I feel like I need to go get a shotgun. Spike over there just needs to digivolve into a gun.
Yeah, there you go. Change it to a
15.
shotgun.
15 does hit. Go ahead, and it's going to be 5d10 damage.
Smaller gun does more damage?
I'm sorry. It is supposed to be a bit bigger. Did you want to man one of the other mangonels then? There's two of them.
That's fine.
Okay. The thing with you can hit with the catapult or the ballista. That's what you fired. I'm sorry. You can hit with the ballista closer than the mangonels. You can't attack within 60 feet with the mangonels. You have to be a little bit further away.
There were negotiations. Those are short. The negotiations were, can we reach it?
16 damage.
16. Okay.
16. Ooh, 5d10, that sucks.
Yeah, there was a couple ones in there, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oof.
All right. Another large stone impacts with the side of the Mad Whaler ship. We then get to the pilot of the Mad Whaler. You see the the lights on the ship start to like kind of rise up as like the magical like engines start to feed into the boiler. You can tell this is not a one-to-one spell jamming helm. There's like something being shoveled into somewhere to pilot this one.
Okay.
So it's got a different type of helm. But yeah, you can see the engines of this thing starting to coal fire and start like the thrusters starting to come on a little bit. So it is starting to move.
Breathing
Next
life
turn.
in
We got Jesse.
What does piloting entail? Like
Moving the ship, putting it into position, and you have a series of different things you can do. You can do like little maneuvers. You ever play like Star Wars, like Edge of the Empire, stuff like that? Those role-playing games.
That like what we used to?
Yeah.
Tops? Yeah.
And you can get stuff like those. Like there's one's called Call Shot with a standard action. Captain rolls to investigate versus enemy ship's AC. On a success, the next attack on that target has advantage. Exploit weakness. Use an insight versus enemy's AC. And on a success, the next attack on the target has a +1 to its crit range. Bolstering command. Or no, this is Captain. Excuse me. Pilot.
I really can't not see sack lunch now.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sack lunch of chicken orbs.
With your speed on this one, it could go from 1 to 3 on your turn, and then you can do with an action. Stay target. All ships attacks are made at advantage until next turn. Just takes a dexterity check. Evasive maneuver. All attacks versus your ship are made at disadvantage. Punch it. Move ships up to its current speed, so it's like a dash. If this is regular combat, or a ram target, you can make a ramming attack, which this hammerhead ship does have a ramming prow.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright.
I'll pilot.
You hop into the spell jamming helm. The first time you really had the sensation, you sit into the chair, you kind of pull up your whatever magical energy you have at your reserve, and you get this almost like third air, like above back camera view of your ship. You see anybody seeing his eyes are now like blue. There's a small like wavy window of like the HUD of your ship essentially now comes up, and just by like willing it with like your kind of like your hands and your willpower, you're able to move the ship. So you can go up to 3 squares this turn. Turning, you guys are facing this way. We're gonna go by this. This is gonna be like you're facing.
Little nose.
Turning is gonna be one movement action. So what would you like to do?
I want to get us into that space between the two.
This right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, and then do you want to turn to face the ship toward that other ship?
If that helps for the sake of aiming the weapons.
Yes, that will help.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you bank around those 2 lunch bags, and you're kind of coming in between. You see that the ship ahead of you still hasn't had a chance to really maneuver yet, and that was your movement action. You have an action still. Do you want to try one of your maneuvers?
Yeah, what were they again?
You have stay on target, which gives your attack advantage on its next attack. Evasive movement maneuver, you can give your ship all attacks against you versus it's like a dodge. Everything against you has disadvantage. I won't you can't do a ram yet because you didn't come into contact with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You could dash if you want. You could move up to your speed rating and pull alongside it if you'd like. But that's going to make it so you can't fire the mangonels. You have to be 1 square away.
I'll do the disadvantage one.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dexterity test.
18.
Alright. You are, while staying still, you're kind of like maneuvering the ship like kind of back and forth as you're kind of flying toward
I'm
your
trying
target.
to bait them.
Yes. Alright, next. Jared.
So we're 100 now away?
Yes.
Or 150. Okay, I don't know if the square we occupied counted or not.
Nope, you are. Well, no, it took 150. Yes, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Take it to the other ship.
Okay.
We have another mangonel, and we have the deck.
Would I be able to operate that as a small creature?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll do that, and I'll take it.
No, Jared, I'm going to completely disadvantage you for picking small
No,
creature.
I want to think outside the box, though. That's fine. I was just curious if I'm picturing it in my head if he's able to actually like load. You said
You have a crew. There's a
Okay, they're loading it
Yeah,
up
it takes
for
3
me.
actions because a person has 5 actually.
Yeah.
But you have a full crew.
Okay.
So on their actions, it's gonna they load.
So I'll be the one aiming and firing, and they'll be the
You
one
just
loading
fire.
and stuff.
You have a naming crew, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll hop on the other one of those.
All right, Mangonel, are you proficient in guns?
No.
So you just roll with your dexterity.
Okay. 15.
Hit. Go ahead and roll 5d10. Welcome to ship combat, boys. I'm gonna get you guys a printout of some of the maneuvers. I just wanted to have it sort of happen organically tonight, because I didn't know who was gonna be what position.
33.
33, nice. All right, Andy.
Yeah.
I have no guns left, but if you would like to cast from the deck, you can. You can also, if you would like, You can also take a gunner station to help one of your allies at one of the guns.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll help out Jared on the gun there.
All right, you're in the Jared section. You and Tom are gonna run over. If you would like, you can try to set up an aim so that Jared can attack a specific part of the ship next time if you'd like.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I think that'll be
All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity roll.
dexterity. Okay. I got a 19.
Nice. All right,
Also,
you just compensate down and to the left, and we start rolling stuff around. All right, we're back up to the top.
they're looking at us from across the void like they have animals operating their weapons.
Raccoon and the lizard man on the gun.
And is that a teenager?
All right, we're back up to your station, Miner. You're loaded, you're aimed, and you would like to fire again?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a 14.
Okay.
Most of the bolt goes sailing right over the deck, but you shaved a couple of people. I'll say you knocked some of the barrels of like chum off of the ship as well. But yeah,
My ambergris!
the guns of the other ship.
Instead of cabbages.
Yeah,
My ambergris. Oh, cabbage man. He's just trying to live in us like.
Yep.
Oof. All right. Well, the 2 guns, one of them does hit your ship,
Whoa.
but the other one completely misfires, so it's going to have to take a turn to repair itself.
And they have disadvantage.
I can't wait until it's pilot's turn. You guys have 400 hit points.
Crunchatize us, Captain.
It fires one of the harpoons into the side of your ship. Big long chain attaches. The other one, however, is just off into space. Actually, no, it misfired, so it doesn't even fire.
Hey, if they're shooting harpoons at us, I just look at it as they're giving us free ammo.
We got 12.
That's a good way of looking at it.
And new windows.
New windows. I always wanted a nice sight off the port bow.
Okay. You have 15 hull points of damage. Your ship has been grappled by their gun, So you can't move close. You can't. If you want to move essentially away from them, you're gonna have to try a pilot test. It's gonna be a dexterity plus. If you're proficient in it, your bonus. Are you? But you said you aren't proficient in sea vehicles yet.
No, I didn't know that.
So
was
just dexterity. So
okay.
But it's okay. Next up, Micah and the Mangonels.
He's dogs.
Okay. I guess we could just take a second here. If you want to try and aim as well, you can also do the same what Andy just did.
Okay.
It's just with a gunner, you don't have to make the roll yourself if you're not good at it. You know?
I'm not trained in it, but Dex is my highest stat, so it's kind of a trade-off.
So what your little chart is here, like I said, I'm going to give you guys copies of all these.
Okay.
You can target a weapon system, so you can try to target the other gun if you like.
Okay.
One of their guns is malfunctioning, so they can't fire that one until they fix it.
Take time to get
You can target the crew. For every 10 damage, they reduce the station's crew by 1.
Okay.
So if you do like 25 damage, they take 4 people to get their crew. You're gonna have to take them somewhere else and put them there.
Bleed them out.
If you want to target the sails, that loses 1 speed for every 10 damage.
Okay.
So you can essentially cripple them if you target it high enough. Or you can target the Spelljammer helmet itself. The Spelljammer becomes dead in space. So not a successful hit. So, but that's AC plus 10. So that's gonna be
kind of a high.
That's gonna be a high one. You'd almost have to crit with it.
Like, or get within extremely close range or something.
Yeah.
Maybe try. Let's go for crew.
Crew. Okay.
Let's make them piss the fences. Hello to everybody coming in tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, so I got a 14 plus my 3 to hit.
Alright, that's it. You're load, run. Did you want to try to target a specific
Yeah, crew. Yeah.
So that was. I'm sorry, what'd you roll again?
There's a 15 after I added my number.
Okay. What is your? Go ahead, roll that with advantage because he helped you.
Oh yeah. Even better. That's a 19.
There you go.
Advantage.
That's what we needed. So your rock. You're like, oh wait, we're not trying to hit the ship. We're trying to hit the sailors. You go up. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And that was 5.
Yep.
D10?
5d10.
Oh boy, here we go. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 this time.
3 sailors meet their end at the end of your pellet of your gun. All right. So it was
Awesome. The werewolf dice know how to treat me at least.
Boom, and you see like 2 little like weird squiggly shapes float off into space. About 100 feet away from the ship.
I'm gonna quote a movie on it. So, bowling for buzzards.
I skipped you guys for just a moment.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Actually, good call.
your turn on that. Pilot, what would you like to do?
Well, seeing as how we're harpooned, I say we ram them.
Ram them, okay.
Give them their harpoon back.
Okay. So we're gonna move your ship contact to theirs. So bam.
So get ready to repel borders.
I skipped you real quick. Micah, do you want to fire one of your guns before you ram them?
Sure.
Okay. So you're speeding toward the target. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
And when we make contact, the gunners will be useless.
You can still fire he can still fire the ballista.
The ballista, the gunners.
The other 2 can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone not on a ballista might want to go topside.
Let's see here. So I got a 13.
13 to hit is a miss. Alright. So as you sail in, the rock comes perilously close, but as you collide into the side of the ship there, Jesse, ramming.
Yes.
You're gonna get add 2d10 to your ram damage. Let's go ahead and roll your casting stat plus proficiency bonus.
Your Rammstein.
15.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should be piloting with your casting stat, so be intelligence, not dexterity.
Okay. That's better. Okay. 17.
So if you use a hit, go ahead and roll 3d10.
Damn. 26.
26. All right. Boom! the front of the skull hammer, the stone skull bashes into the side of the space whaler ship. Splinters of wood fly off as you. Let's see, you're 1, 2, 3. We'll glance you by here.
Nice.
And you started knock the front of their ship to the side. Let's give them a dexterity saving throw. Okay, they all made it. So they kind of saw you coming. Brace yourselves, lads.
If you can dodge a harpoon, you can dodge a ship.
So they are knocked prone, but you're now side to side with that vessel. It is Andy. It is your turn.
Okay.
The gun you and Jared are occupying right now cannot be fired from this close.
Okay. Can I cast from the deck then?
You can cast from the deck.
Can I cast Fairy Fire?
Absolutely.
All right. I'd like to cast Fairy Fire on it. Let's see what I
You want to cast Fury Fire on the ship itself?
do. Is there a way to do it like?
Because otherwise you're gonna target like a specific crewman.
Yeah,
should be an area.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, can I? I don't know exactly how the ship is set up, so can I do it like on the guns or the
Sure.
crew? Like
Yeah,
the
you can
deck
pick up one of
area,
the
just like right in the.
Do you want to get the
middle
gun
where
that's still
everybody
operational?
is? Yes.
All right. Well, so you targeted the gun that was the other harpoon gun that was still fireable.
I targeted crew.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
But
yeah.
that now no longer has crew enough to operate it. So now they're running people to it. That the purple fire just erupts onto the deck. I'll see some of the mad players like, whoa! they don't quite know what's happening. But any attacks against that actual weapon are going to have advantage, I believe.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
they. It says any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if
Yes.
it fails a dex saving throw.
Okay, I'll give them that throw. They do not make it.
Sick. They also cast shed dim light at 10-foot radius.
Cannot be turned invisible.
And they cannot turn invisible. There you go.
Okay. Top of the order, reminder. You can still fire your gun if you'd like.
What targets do I have here?
The rear of the ship is where the other non-functional like harpoon gun is. There's one aft, one forward. The aft one has been bathed in light, so it's easier to hit that and the gun itself. You can also just fire into the ship itself.
What are those crewmen that failed their save? They should be all lit up, right?
Yeah. You want to target the crew?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit higher of an AC of a check, but
But I have advantage.
that-
because they're
yeah.
lit.
But that spotlight is definitely helping.
Ooh, that'll be a
into it.
natural 19 for a 24.
nice. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That was, what, 3d10?
Yep.
Oh. 27 damage.
27.
It was a 9, a 10, 9, and 8.
It's a crew on these. Hold on. I gotta see how many people on the ship are actually on the crew. Nobody killed most of them. A fair bit. So that's what, 6 people down? Yeah.
There's 3 from my attack, and then
You did what, 27?
Yeah.
We're getting there. Your shot like barrels into the wood, like splintering the wood around the crew itself, and just like, you get one dude in the leg with the actual ballista bolt, but the shrapnel of the wood just like explodes, sprays all of these other guys, and they're covered in like wood splinters. Not doing good.
You just see Snowy just kind of like reach up and, take a little drag off his stogie, his the cigar hanging out. Just kind of, all right.
All right, they're gonna try to repair the other gun. Let's see if they can do it. They cannot. They're trying to unjam that other gun. Micah, it is your turn on the mangonel. You can't fire that gun because you're too close, but you can cast from the deck if you'd like.
Let me see. So we're now rammed into them, right?
You are next. You're like next to them. You're drifting past. You basically your ship punched them in the front with the ram, and then it's kind of spinning them around.
So our ship punched their ship in the face.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
This is Outlaw Star. This is a grapple ship.
Are we still harpooned?
Yes.
Is it one harpoon?
Yes. You want to try to just lodge it?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, is it a rope or like is it a chain?
It's a metal chain.
Okay.
If you want to just lodge it, it'll be just an athletics test.
Let's see. I don't have anything that can unlodge it. I'm a caster, so I don't have strength.
You have like a fireball, or then you can use like maybe melt it.
oh, I'll take care of this one, Captain. You don't worry about the crew.
Do they have any sort of like leader that's visible or no?
Not that's visible. It's you can tell that much like your ship, their helm is probably in like the back top deck. Well, technically your helm is I think in the fore, but yeah, their Spelljammer is hidden from view.
Okay. Give me this. It's okay.
You can also just attack the ship itself, and then you'll just do hull points to it.
Right.
You just have to breach the damage threshold to actually deal damage to it.
Let me see if I can do this. Could I do... Or if I have to roll in a check, just let me know.
Okay.
I want to do Sorcerer's Burst on the harpoon itself,
Okay.
basically, and I get to choose the damage type, and I was thinking acid,
Okay.
since it's metal.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would,
Yeah, that'll work.
okay. Then I'll do that, so it just does, I have to make a ranged attack on it.
Okay.
So, 15.
That's a hit.
And then right here. Yeah. Okay.
Jesse, you're gonna be on deck next. The enemy pilot will have his chance to move, but after that, it's your turn.
I'm probably just gonna move us alongside him.
It takes 15 acid.
Okay, that's enough to snap the chain. So you'll have a harpoon sticking out of the side of the ship, but it's not attached to any sort of a chain.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. The Mad Whaler, they have lost a lot of hit points. They're gonna try to get the hell out of here. I'll give you each ranged weapon. I'll give you one attack for opportunity. It'll just be at disadvantage because the crews are gonna have to kind of like work real fast to get away. So as he rounds this asteroid, whoever's manning a gun, give me attack for opportunity.
Do I still count as manning a gun? Or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about a dirty 20?
That'll do it.
19.
That'll do it.
14.
14 just shot.
Are they still lit up that far away with the fairy fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what's your range on fairy fire?
Well, when do we get our attacks of opportunity?
Well, now. I mean, are you gonna attack that specific? If you're gonna attack that weapon, I'll give you
Oh, that's
that.
true. No.
Oh, it's 60 feet.
So yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Before we leave.
Is there a specific like engine I can target, or?
Yeah, you
is
can
it
take the
just-
engines if you want.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I aim for. I had 19 damage.
19 damage. And I'll move it back to space. You knock out one of the little steam engines. Okay. Jared?
25.
Okay. The Mad Whaler ship is bloodied, technically. So.
It's bleeding. What the hell? This isn't a ship with the squid bits on it, is it?
No.
No, it's the ship with the squid billies on it.
Yeah, Squidbillies. Alright. Jesse, it's your turn. They've tried to go around that asteroid to get away from you guys, but like he targeted one of the engines and they kind of slowed down. You have 3 movement. Do you have any spell slots?
Me, yeah.
You can also expend a spell slot to add movement to accelerate your ship if you would like.
Would that increase like ramming damage?
If you want to ram him again, yeah.
I kind of want to ram him again.
Yes.
So it would take. What spell slot do you have? Level do you have?
First.
First.
I have 3 first level spell slots and 2 cantrips.
So it would take 3 movement to turn completely, and then 2. So if you want to spend 2 of your spell slots in 1 movement action, you could ram them.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Kind of want to go like that way, or so then they're pinned on the rock.
You want to go like this way?
I wanted to go like you turned that way. I wanted to turn that way and like ram them that way, so then like the momentum would like force them up against the rock or whatever. Basically cutting them off.
So you're
I'm done with you.
It's just the facing that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Because you were here.
That's how it played out in my mind. How it would actually
Let's say I can
Turns
I
out
can make
it's
it work this way with the facing.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. Go ahead and give me that because you're attacking with your intelligence. It's going to be casting stat plus your proficiency bonus versus their AC.
We're getting attacked by Space Peter.
15.
Space Peter, there's two animals.
Save the whales!
All right, and then it's going to be plus 40-10 because you're moving up to you're moving 5, so it's going to be 5d10 total. The dwarf captain's in his like looking at this, like he's gonna break my ship if I ever get there.
Yeah.
Gordon.
13.
Might want to reinforce the front of the ship.
15.
That was for ramming. I mean,
Okay. Jared and Andy, it is your turn.
We're probably too close now again to.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel free to you can talk, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't want him to ram immediately and maybe do it next turn, you guys can
No, that's fine.
communicate across the ship. You know.
Mm.
If we're close, I can use magic. So
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm sitting too.
I just don't want him to get away, but I also don't want to destroy it because then it's easier to loot.
How far up are the sails compared to where we might be standing on deck? Approximately. Yeah, they don't really-
Within 100 feet of you.
Okay, perfect. That's all I needed. Haggis reaches into the black sack that's attached to his hip and pulls out the nastiest looking old. It looks like it could be some battery or something. He's like, "Oh, this will do nicely," and I'm gonna cast Acid Splash on the sails of the ship.
Okay. Do they have to make a save?
For deck save, yes.
The pilot is not able to maneuver the ship in a way to make it miss. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It's nothing big, but every little bit helps.
That's what she said.
4 acid damage.
4. Okay. Not quite enough to put a huge hole in the sails, but you do damage the ship. Alright, Andy.
For that tricky pouches belt that I got last time, is that taking action to pull
I believe it takes a minor or a bonus action.
bonus action? Alright, I was looking at it here, but I couldn't. I might be just over.
What would you like to do, essentially?
I just wanted to pull something out of one of the belts and see what I get.
Okay. That I can do.
Do I roll a d12? Or...
Let's see here.
Is that a d12? Is that a d12? It's a d12.
I'm gonna have to design OFC shirts now.
Do you know what the name of that item was?
Nibani's Tricky Pouches. I got it pulled up on my phone.
There you go. Okay.
Trixie pouches.
Trixie little pouches. Pouches.
You pull a glowing orange, orange and red vial.
Okay.
And it's alchemist fighter.
Alright. Can I then try and just chuck it
Yeah.
right at the...
Go ahead and give me a basic attack roll.
Alright.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
+1. Yeah, +1.
Okay. Your alchemist fire impacts on the side of the ship. High or low?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna roll a dice, and you're gonna see if
yes.
it's gonna go high or if it's gonna go low.
Okay, low.
You so close to getting into one of the windows. but it just impacts the outside and sort of splashes some fire onto the side of the ship.
Okay.
You do 3 fire damage to the ship, but it almost went inside one of the crew
So
windows.
close.
That's a pouch charge.
Okay. Minor.
Any fun spots to shoot?
You can target the crew. You can target the engines again to try to make them dead in space. You know about where the person sits for the Spelljammer. You can try to, if you get that's a plus 10 to their AC, but you can try to disable the pilot with a successful attack.
I'm thinking take out that other engine.
Okay.
Let's leave them dead in space.
Okay.
Quite literally. Ooh, it's a nat 14, so that'll be 19 altogether.
Hit.
Just turn the ship up. Ooh. 18.
Okay.
18 damage.
Another one of the sort of the steam thrusters is knocked out. This is going to depend heavily on this roll. Okay. They are able to get the harpoon repaired. They're going to hit the ship with another harpoon.
Yeah, where are they gonna drag us to?
They have to be dragged too, because they like got no power behind them. So straight.
They put another 15-point punch in your hull. So they're fighting, but they don't got much
They're
left.
trying.
They're trying. Micah, your turn.
Okay. Okay, are they still like up in our business or no?
Yep, you're facing them directly now. Like you have a wide shot of them. You know, as you're like directly on the side of their ship.
Okay. Can I still use the gun?
No, you're still a little bit too close range. But like the hammerhead part of your ship is bumped up like right to the hull of the enemy ship.
Okay. Okay. I am going to, I guess, take a shot at somebody, I guess.
Target the crew?
With just my musket.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll an attack.
Suppose so. 22.
22's hit, go ahead and roll damage.
That is 4 damage. I keep rolling ones on all my damage.
Okay.
I'm also going to, at my bonus action, cast Mage Hand,
Okay.
and have it wield my revolver. But that's all I'm going to do for this turn.
Okay. So you stand up, you take a shot at the ship, you wing one of the crew members. He doesn't die, but he hits the deck hard. End of your turn. You see the captain of the Mad Whaler ship walk out, white flag. He is surrendering the ship.
I guess I'll kind of at this point flag everybody. I'll ask Jesse's character to bring the ship in closer so we can board it.
Well, I'll bring it in closer. It's called ramming speed.
Ramming speed when we're 5 feet away from them.
Alright. You guys like set a gangplank down and board the ship. You see a bunch of like humanoid, sort of like mutated, various different like sailors. You see like one guy with like kind of greenish skin. He's got like hardened like snake scales like on his body. One dude's got like beyond humanly bulked up arms and like a normal sized body.
He skipped leg day.
He skipped everything but the arms day. And like just various disproportionate amounts of like sailors, but a lot of them are wounded. You did take out like a third of their crew. They say like, the captains, we surrender. We just let us live. We hunt the squids and the whales of the ethereal sea. Please, we don't have any quarrel with you, good sir.
Is Red or anybody who's well established in space present or no?
No, she is let. Gordon's kind of like letting you guys drive this one. So he's in the back, but you can see he's got his shotgun or his like his what's the like a medieval shotgun? The blunderbuss.
Yeah.
He's got his blunderbuss ready, but he's not getting involved.
Would I know what the space police are or no?
There's a few different types of space police, yeah. I mean, there's the Empire has patrols. Some various other places like the Rock of Brawl has its own patrols, but you guys are outside of that space already. So yeah, I mean, like you could say that you're from the Imperial Navy, the Aelorian Navy, or you can say you're of the Sundarian one, or the Sundarian. No, what is it? The Red's house. You could say you're of the Hawk, of the Hawk Navy.
I think Oldie's talking about Jesse's character, but he's quoting Futurama. Please, Mafia Bot, spare us. Have you no mercy? File not found.
That's what I'm thinking.
The Centauri. That's what they're called.
Gotcha.
The Centauri Crown Navy.
Are they all horsemen? I don't know why my lights keep resetting.
It's a goal.
It's brighter in here now.
Do I know enough about the situation to know that what they're doing is not okay?
I mean, it's not cool, but it's not like illegal.
No, we're not in Jersey Shore.
Okay. Okay. Let me look at my skills here.
The Hawk Navy. Like Waktua.
The Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
God. It's just a caricature of a skull woman spitting on a sausage-shaped object.
Prepare for ramming speed.
We will surrender to you all of our manufactured goods if you'll let us go, please. And they wheel out like 3 crates of 24 potions.
Now we get to discover Micah's alignment.
How many of them were left?
About 2/3 of the crew, so about 20 people. But a lot of them are injured though.
And then how many of us are there?
About 30. You're working with Gordon's crew. This is like essentially like he's, all right, you boys are gonna command my crew.
This is your test.
Yeah.
I'll give you a loner crew.
Okay.
Align your ship with their blood, Oldie says.
Okay.
God, they're cracking me up tonight.
Give me. Give me an insight.
What am I giving you, Dungeon Master? Excuse me.
This is a
I
dungeon
wanna roll
mutiny.
insight.
I give you one taste of power. It's done.
But no, I want to do an insight check on this guy real quick.
Okay, go ahead and give me an insight.
16. Basically, I'm trying to think of, okay, is this just a desperate attempt to save his life, or is he like?
This is a desperate attempt to save his life because they were you ambushed them mid manufacturing. You did heavily damage their ship. Like one of their harpoons is basically inoperable. Like
Ram the ship
a
multiple
third of their
times.
crew is dead. They have a quarter of their hull points left. So there's like just giant holes.
Their engines are shot.
Their engines are shot. So they can only,
Literally.
yeah. So yeah, they're gonna be here in this like little quadrant trying to repair themselves for like probably a few days.
Jared, what's your character's name again?
Haggis.
Agnes?
Haggis. Like the Scottish meal, yeah.
Yeah.
Haggis.
Like the Scottish abomination that it is.
Yes.
Mom says it's actually pretty good.
The Shadow Realm.
I've heard the haggis is just hot dog without the tube.
It's like hot dog, but sheep parts
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sheepdog.
all stuffed into the stomach.
What were
Yeah.
you gonna ask?
So, I'll look at Haggis real quick, and then look back to the captain, and I'll say, well, these whales and squid were your prey, but out here in the astral sea, there's always a bigger fish. And I'll just say that you want us to spare you, but you did costly damage to our ship instead of just surrendering from the get-go.
We're merely defending ourselves.
So I'll look at Haggis and I'll say, why don't you look at what they have on board besides these potions here?
Aye, aye, Captain. Haggis will scoot off onto the other ship and stealth as once he gets there.
Well, I mean, they've got the whole crew lined up on the deck.
Well, just in case.
Just in case?
Yeah,
Okay,
They
give
might
me a-
have somebody laying in wait.
Give me a stealth test.
Gotta rogue it if I'm gonna rogue it. I have double proficiency on stealth, so I'm really good at it. 24.
Okay. Persuasion. Perception, please.
Perception. Alright, with the 4 kicker is gonna be a 14, so 18 total.
Let me know if you start rolling.
I'm
Plus
def-
15 or 17. I forget what snap we was. It's pretty
I'm
stupid.
at a +9 right now. Yeah.
Okay. You're looking at in their hold. They've got I'm gonna say gems worth 60 GP total.
Okay.
They also have some loose coin, but only about 70 GP of loose coin. However, in the hold, they have 40 bottles of perfume made out of various whale parts
Yeah, well,
that usually fetch about 30 GP apiece.
How much?
About 40, about 120 GP.
1200.
1200.
Okay.
So yeah, 1200, but it's in perfume.
Yeah, yeah. I'll scurry around, gather information, and come back with it.
Okay.
I'll relay that to you, what I found. So, a lot of perfume, some gold, and some gems. They don't appear to be hiding anything else, though.
Oh. Well, I would say that it's, probably cover the cost of repairing the ship here.
We offer you our potions of mutation. Will ascend you to new physical heights of power, and he kind of nudges toward the potions that he has on the deck.
I'll take the my mage hand, that's holding the revolver. I'll just kind of level it at him when he like gestures towards the potions. I say, "Oh, that wasn't off the table. We're taking those too."
Okay. Whatever you like, sir.
I'd say it's a fair exchange since you took many lives of animals who couldn't defend themselves.
That's right, you bastard.
Sure.
I'll pet Haggis on the head.
Whatever you say. He's a noble creature.
And then yeah, I guess I'll just wave the boys, and the boys is a general term. Whoever wants to grab the goods.
All right, you take the things I described to you. You take. They function as healing potions, but you get a surprise if you roll a certain percentage. So yeah.
Potion of Russian roulette.
They just call them mutant healing potions.
Mutant healing potions.
Does somebody want to start like a party loot or anything like that?
Probably be a good idea.
I was gonna say if this is starting a trend, we're gonna have a lot of things we have to divvy out. So.
I will do it for this one, but for future ones, I'm kind of running stream too. So if somebody else wants to volunteer, how many of those mutant healing potions?
I believe it was 2 dozen.
Okay. And then the 70 gold and 60 GP and gems.
Yep.
And we'll split this up at the end of
The
session.
box of perfume.
And the perfume, yeah. How many you said, I'm sorry?
It was like 1,200 GP worth.
1,200 GP perfume, which we can sell somewhere else. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, I got it for this one anyway.
That was your first encounter on your voyage to the Isle of Dread. As you sail away, they start to repair the ship. Some of the other people start to repair your ship as well. And like
And everybody's smelling really fantastic while doing it.
every crew member gets a bottle of perfume.
Our whole ship smells like an Abercrombie.
And as you guys pull away, you can see them trying to piece their ship back together. Gordon goes, a little heavy-handed, but not bad, not bad. I wouldn't give the Mad Whalers an inch here; they take a mile. So yeah, good. I'd say good dealing with them there.
Good haul. No victims, right?
You might develop a reputation with the Mad Whalers in the future, but for now, fuck them.
Fuck them.
They're weird. Nobody likes them. Who cares?
What's done is done.
Sprays himself with perfume as he says.
Yeah.
A few days pass. You guys get the ship prepared back to full. You guys get all your powers and everything back with long rests. Go ahead and somebody else give me an encounter roll. D12, please. D12 -1, actually.
I rolled the last one.
I rolled a 9 on that D12.
You guys are flying out into the astral sea, and you notice, kind of off into the distance. Let's see. You see a floating island of like land, and there's like a small ruined tower on it. But this is, like I said, this is like the dreamlands of the ethereal of the astral sea. So it could be anything really. Captain, would you like to peruse this island? If you don't have to, you can pass it by if you'd like. But if you want to, please give me an investigation test.
Let me see if I've got that.
Should maybe can our lookout give him a little bit of a boost to that, or is that a different?
Is the captain's call.
Well, I mean, is that advantage or something?
Give me a d20.
Well,
All right. I got 19.
Sure. That gives you an advantage.
okay.
You argued your way to an advantage.
Whee!
Sick.
I'm being a good first mate.
19.
As you guys kind of go out and across the island, you find some resources to replace the ones that you used to repair the ship. It's going to be +1 to arrival. Can I keep this track for myself? +1 to arrival. And you guys find an item.
Good.
It's a waffle iron.
A 9-iron. Space golf.
Space golf.
Now I got it into the rough.
What's the rough? We're in space. Yeah, no
A
doubt.
black hole.
It's pretty rough.
Hey, it's a whole one.
Oh god, brain fart. What planet was Luke from?
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Tatooine would be the sand trap.
The Sarlacc pit?
That's like, almost kind of like a water hazard, right?
Who wants to give me percentage, please?
Who?
Percentage, please.
Anybody?
Yep,
I
anybody.
guess I'll go for it. Why not?
Yeah, go for it, Captain. You and the captain can make it happen.
Crunch your dice, be Captain.
44.
No, a percentage, not 44. I was half expecting the song to turn into sail. Started up singing. Yes.
You find a very large, like buried into a a steel anvil, like buried into the anvil. You find a large steel axe. It has a couple of baseball-sized molars attached to the back.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a +1 battle axe, but it's got a special enchantment you have to identify. But
Gotta go
+1
find-
battle axe.
Gotta go find Deckard Cain first.
Have him use his Roger Cube.
Stay a while on the ship.
Would Arcana be able to identify the axe?
I don't think anybody else on this crew has identified, do they?
I don't have identify. I have good bonus arcana, but not that yet.
I'll allow it.
Alright, I have a +6. You can try it.
Nice.
I think I could prefer.
24.
Let's say DC 20. You identify it as a giant slayer. When you hit a giant with this, it takes an extra 2d6 of damage of the weapon's type. It must succeed on a 15 DC strength saving throw or fall prone. It counts against any creature with the giant subtype.
So it's just written in all caps.
So +1 giant slayer.
So if you give it to Haggis, is everything a giant to him?
It's gotta have the giant subtype.
Ah, not a size bigger.
Who's writing that down?
Whoever looted it's gonna write it down.
Who's the one that looted it?
I think we collectively found it.
Yeah.
I'll write it in the inventory here.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't know that any of us use axes.
I think we're pretty much all casters right now.
You can sell it, but, I mean...
We'll figure it out.
Alright, that was their second encounter. Last encounter of the voyage, please. Another D20, or D12.
Your turn, Andy.
Yep. D12 was this game, right? 12.
Okay.
That could be good, that could be bad. He's rolling dice. Uh-oh.
You guys keep sailing, and you're getting closer to gray space, which is the plane where Earth is. Andy,
Yeah.
give me a perception test, please, at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Not that advantage.
Alright. Disadvantage. First one I got was a 3. And a 2. So I guess it's a 2.
You and Tom are eating tomato sandwiches, kicking your little legs.
They all taste like chicken, though. That new juice.
Or chicken in it.
You know, Tom looks over. He's like, you know what? I'm not supposed to be hungry here in the astral plane, but I just want to eat a sandwich.
What would happen if we put this on my shoe?
Oh my god, my shoe tastes like candy! Suddenly, like, out of the mist, like, within 20 feet of you, you see a giant, like, colossal skull sailing, like, above the ship. Tom, like, pisses his pants and hits the deck. The crew kind of scrambles. Everybody give me a stealth check, please.
Thank you for the raid, Skips over.
Oh, sick. I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Cool.
I didn't get that.
18.
How about a 7?
Okay.
14.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
You said stuff, right?
Everybody, except for Haggis,
Of course.
holds his breath.
Oh, stealth. I thought it was investigation, or no, perception. Excuse me. Then if that's the case, I will be getting 14.
Okay. Everybody, including Haggis this time,
Wait,
holds their breath as this massive man-of-war-sized skeleton ship sails above your ship. Like, it sails between the masts of, like, yours. And, like, the fog somehow is keeping you veiled from its presence.
Okay.
And this aura of just death and it gets like 20 degrees colder, like physically colder as it sails past, and like you can see like some of in the wake of the ship there's like green like dead souls,
Oh man.
like sailing off into the wake of this vessel, and you hear this bong, bong, this single bell
Toll the dead.
tolling
Oh, it's not.
As it-
Somebody left the door ajar.
as it sails past, and what seems for an excruciatingly long time, as it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes.
I'm gonna ask the guy with us.
Gordon,
Yeah. And who was with the G? What the hells is that?
I thought he was only a legend. That's the Lost Bell. It's a crew of undead pirates. They say if you die out here in the ethereal wastes, they come to claim your soul, and you crew their ship for all of eternity. They're crewed by liches and wights and other undead creeps. I hear their captain's a demon. Escaped from the hells himself.
What are they doing out in the far reaches of space?
Looking for a
Collecting
crew.
souls?
We should be glad we evaded them. Would have tore us asunder.
It's above our pay grade.
You did pass that, or else that would have been almost a TPK. Yeah. Okay. So that was the last encounter. So please give me an arrival. It's gonna be a D12 plus. Excuse me. All players, please make a charisma or a Constitution saving throw.
You said a con saving throw?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
What'd you guys get?
I got 22.
23.
17.
I got 4.
10.
10.
10.
You each get 4 temporary hit points at the beginning of this next at your beginning of your next session. You know, like whatever happens here, and you arrive at your destination. You guys sail into the black sphere, which is gray space, past the different planets onto the planet of Earth. The captain, knowing where he needs to go, he sails you to bum bum bum.
Must be when you first ended Galaxy. You've arrived at Bum.
Come on.
By the way, Oldie says, Junk, you're gonna get inverse hit with a copyright strike with that voice acting.
Hold on, sorry.
That's cool. Schizo Freak just got done, he said last time, with a 50 episode Mass Effect campaign of his own.
Nice.
Started in December 22. We play every now and again on Saturdays. That's awesome. That's a lot like our group. We go massively long.
Massively effective.
Yeah.
Massively effective.
No, but that's awesome, Schizo. Like, your players really appreciate. I know the rest of us here sure do appreciate these goddamn epics that John and, you know, Aaron and Jesse and Micah and everybody except me really have put on over the years.
As you sort of sail through the clouds and kind of closer into this like on the surface of the planet, you approach the Isle of Dread. It's caught in the lower seas, below us, like a continent to the south. You see it's like a large island surrounded by a few smaller ones. Large dip in the middle where a huge lake. You see a temple in the middle of this lake. A couple of volcanoes puffing out jets of smoke to the south. Say, welcome to your first port of call, the Isle of Dread. Claps you on the back. As you guys approach, he sort of sails you into the water. So you guys, this ship is able to actually sail on water as well as space.
Okay.
So the hammerhead sort of slowly dips down into the waves, and like the glass for the eyes for the skull of the shark are like halfway submerged in the water.
So it's amphibious? Question mark?
Yeah, pretty much. So you can see like kind of like the coral reefs and like the exotic like fish and wildlife here in the south. He stops here at the southern tip of the island. All right. Finally, our arrival roll. Go ahead and give somebody roll me a d12 plus 1, please.
I'll do it.
The pilot?
11.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
So you got a 0 on your d12 plus 1.
D12 plus 1?
Yeah.
Got 11.
11. Okay. I thought you said 1.
No.
Like
11.
What? All right. Good. Okay. You guys are able to sail up to the shore here. Oh, that's sorry. That's not bad. I'm just using your Dark Sun player token. You guys sail up to the shore, kind of pull up to the side. You notice that there is a large sort of encampment on the beach. You can see like stone buildings, like put together of obvious dwarven creation, kind of like closer into the inland as you sort of pull up. However, there is something that you see that is wrong, is that there's smoke coming from some of the buildings, and as you kind of look a little bit closer, it looks as though that this camp has been raided. As you sail up, let me set the scene here. Pardon me, Andy.
Like Paige said, it's obviously dwarven. It's like, why? Because every building is like 4 foot tall.
I mean, they're short and
It's
they're
the perfect
squat and
size for
square.
us.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's a dwarf planet, so we found Pluto.
Yeah. Midas got up because he thinks something's happened. Come here, buddy. Maybe just too short. Arr, good boy. Midas, come here. Come here, bud. Come here. Midas. Come here. You have no idea what to do, do you? Come here. Let's put this in the top. There we go. Good boy. There he is. There he is.
He's like, I'm just happy to be here.
He is. Ah, good boy, buddy. There we go.
As you can see, a few buildings up on the shore here. Oh, Midas, I'm sorry. Come on.
Oh, is he sneaking out?
Yeah. Midas,
Come on, bud.
come on, bud.
Good boy.
Those shoes are so delicious.
Yeah, right.
Feet.
They all have flavors.
Well, feet flavor. There's some tracks in the sand as you guys pull up, kind of row ashore with a small rowboat. And as you get ashore, you can see a lot of boot prints in the sand, some bloody, some like blood stains on the grass and sand.
Signs of combat.
Yep, signs of combat. As you guys sort of fan out, what would you like to do? Gordon is just kind of like looking around. He's like kind of scratching his head, like, we're far enough away from the natives. They don't normally bother us. That's weird.
What natives?
He kind of points across, like, you see that you're in a bay. He points to like some smoke trails, like on the opposite side of the bay there. Humans, they occupy this island as well. There's a few other races of folk inside the inland. Lizard men, and some of the other kinds of folk that we don't like to usually do business with. But we do trade with them occasionally. They don't usually have problems with us.
Haggis is gonna get to the ground and start following tracks and seeing where maybe all the commotion went off to.
Okay, go ahead and give me survival. How about you, Bernard? What would you like to do?
Where's this track we're investigating? There it is.
You said we're just going ashore on the little boat.
Yep.
14 on that.
14. The tracks kind of go everywhere. There's just a bunch going off in a bunch of different directions. I will say you see a most recent set of tracks. They're like reptilian footprints that lead off into the jungle, like past the buildings.
Spike.
It wasn't
Okay.
me, I promise.
Any one of these buildings look more significant than another?
Perception.
16.
That one building, kind of like up on the stone, you can see is a little bit more fortified, a little bit more like dressed in, let's say like defenses, like thicker stone. That's actually one of the ones that's like the least amount of damage as well.
And what were we expecting here again?
A mining company.
That's right.
You do notice that there are some different caves and stuff nearby, but a lot of what's been crated up, you can see, is kind of closer to the ocean than it is the mine.
Are there any bodies left behind?
Perception, please.
I'll let everyone know that one up on a hill seems a bit more fortified. Might hold the most amount of information in it.
Makes sense to me.
4 survivors.
And is 22.
you see kind of hidden in the bushes between what that sort of like short, squat wooden building and the other taller rectangular stone building. There appears to be a pair of dwarven boots in like a bush with like a blood trail kind of like leading towards it.
Piss and blood.
Somebody's on the Those wee little booties.
I'll pull out my rifle and get my mage hand's revolver ready
Okay.
and approach the bush.
As you get closer, you see the form of a squat, dead dwarf, kind of like laying in the sand. He is covered in wounds, and you can tell that he was obviously trying to sneak away from this fight. As you get closer, you sort of turn him over. Give me an investigation.
16.
With a 16, you can tell that a lot of what hit him was like bludgeoning weapons, like clubs, or like different sorts of like very crude sorts of ancient weapons, like maybe
Not
some
sharp things.
Well, I mean, like honestly, like you see maybe some like a spear wound, but the thing that leaps out to you is that on his upper thigh in the back, you notice what appears to be a bullet wound.
It's like all these primitive attacks except for the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you guys think about that,
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
But he's long dead though, right?
Yeah, he is dead.
About how long? I was gonna ask actually. I can do a medicine check.
Yeah, medicine test. Jesse, what would you like to do with it?
Ooh, 24.
Nice.
I'd say within the past 3 days.
Okay.
Oh, you Jesse.
Yes. Also, I'll relay that information to
Okay.
everybody. Just so we know what we're potentially dealing with.
Now let everyone know that body is only about 3 days dead.
I'll go up to the fortified building.
Okay. Climb up the curved like stone stairs up to the wooden building, up to the fortified building. You want to try the door?
I want to check it for booby traps.
Okay. What's your bonus?
Well, if I have thieves' tools, what would?
Proficiency plus intelligence.
Okay. 20.
Alright. You go to like pull and lift, and you notice like, oh, there is some tension on this line, like on this door. So you do notice that there is something that when you pull it,
Something will happen.
something will happen.
Okay, so I'll knock and try to get someone's attention.
Are you the one who knocks?
About 2 or 3 minutes go by, nothing.
I'll say who we are, like who we represent. You know.
You pull on it and you just hear.
Still nothing.
Okay. Can I like stand to the side and like knock the door open?
Yeah, you can do that.
Do that.
Okay. As you do that, like a gunshot echoes throughout the beach. You see like some like parrots and birds like all fly away from the area. As you sort of peek your head in, you see there's a hole blasted in the roof. It looks to be like a hatch with like a ladder that leads up top has been knocked in and down, and this room is like what appears to be the like official office or whatever this mining company is. But there's just like knocked over desks and like blood. There's like blood stains on the floor. Like somebody was being. Well, give me an investigation real quick. Can you try a conclusion?
9.
I'd say somebody was being accosted in this room, but they're no longer here.
Well, there has to be another exit then, because someone set up the trap.
Well, okay, I will say that you are able to kind of put this together. They set up the trap, but whoever attacked them busted in through the ceiling hatch.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it looks like it was the hatch that's forcibly punched down and in.
And presumably got out the same way.
And you see, it was a dwarven blunderbuss like set up to like go off as soon as the door was opened.
Alright, I'll tell everyone else what I found.
Okay. Hey, what would you like to do?
So I was in the bathroom when it was getting set up. So it's just like looks like everybody's dead, and he found a body, and that was the only thing.
Michael found a body that was looked like it was beaten to death, but there was one bullet wound in the back leg.
Okay.
Jesse, he also found he looked at the body, said that it's been dead for about 3 days.
Okay.
Jesse opened up the office building, and there was the door, the trap on the door was still activated, or like active.
Okay.
But it looked when he opened it, it looks like somebody busted into the ceiling hatch,
Okay.
beat up somebody in here, because it's all a mess.
Wow. Okay. You said there was a whole bunch of footprints and stuff in the sand?
Yeah, all around the beach.
All around the
Yeah,
beach.
boots, clawed feet.
Clawed feet.
Yeah.
Not really sure what else I can do. I guess I would like to see if I can discern if there's a group of enemies or whatever leaving.
Good. Okay.
So,
Give me a nature or a survival, whichever you like.
I think I'm better in survival. Oh, I got nature and survival. Let's do survival. That's not gonna be good. 4 plus 4, so I got an 8.
I will say with an 8, you can at least see that there are some dwarf-shaped, because you know the dwarven feet are short and wide, and human feet are like a little bit longer. There are both types of boot prints in the sand.
Okay. And there's clawed feet. Did they look like? Because I thought somebody said there was lizard men nearby.
They said they found a lizard folk footprint near the end, like near the jungle.
Okay. I don't know what else.
So I can go back around. We'll go back around to you, Jared.
You're one of those changing creature sorts, aren't you?
Yeah.
What about sniffer? You got something with a good sniffer in your repertoire.
Maybe.
My sniffer's okay, but it's more honed for treasures of a certain variety.
Okay, so
You could do like a wolf.
like some kind of dog or a wolf. I think I can wild shape this up to 1, right?
Challenge anyone? Yeah. That'll cover wolves or wild dog or something like that.
Oh yeah. Do you want to do that?
Or here's a thought. Oh wait, no, never mind. Scratch
Can
it.
I turn into a bear?
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what the biggest kind of bear I can turn into. Ooh, a brown bear?
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright.
CR1.
Don't worry,
I don't
for
know what
now.
animals I've seen. We'll have to
When we're
I'll
done
turn
with
into a brown bear They got good
I mean,
sniffers.
you've seen about the same amount of animals that you personally have seen. Like you know, like you know animals. You know,
Yeah.
you're not like a zoologist, but they couldn't tell you that that's a Siberian psycho bear or something. I don't know.
Oh my God! Snake is evolving.
Oh yeah, you've changed forms, and Tom's a little confused. Like I didn't tell you he was polymorph, but okay. You do what you think you do.
You don't have enough badges to tell me what to do.
You better, get better at Pet Fight Club, kid.
Yeah. Maybe get some trophies and then I'll listen.
But yeah, you are able to sniff the. We'll say it's a space bear. It's got like a couple of dealy bobbers on the
Daily
on the
Bobber.
forehead. It's got purple fur.
I'm a purple bear.
Go ahead and give me a perception test. Then go ahead and it's gonna be with advantage.
With advantage. Okay. What's that one? 17 and it's perception. So.
Yep.
Perception is +4, so altogether it'd be 21.
21. You are able to actually smell two different types.
Okay.
Actually, you smell about 4 things going on here. You smell humanoid. You smell dwarf. You do smell lizard folk, but that's more recent. That's a stronger smell. And you also get a very subtle hint of like horse or like eagle.
Horse or eagle? Okay.
It's sort of a weird mixture of that smell.
Okay. So since I am also a lizard folk, would I have any insight as to like that would be they probably came in and scavenged dead bodies or something maybe?
That makes sense to you.
Because yeah, that's what we would do. So okay. I'm guessing since I'm a bear, I can't talk, right?
I'll allow it.
We kind of fudge it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll tell them guys that I'll say I smell humans, dwarves, lizard folk, and what was it?
Horses and eagles kind of mixed together.
And horse eagles.
Horse eagles. Well, the last 3 have gotten my attention. We were told that there were supposed to be humans and dwarves here. So.
Like seagulls that sell themselves for money?
Horse seagulls.
Alright. I like having Tom as this little
Yeah.
mouthpiece.
Tom's gonna be like exactly a mouthpiece. Well, what are all those scents? Maybe we should be tracking those.
Can I look in the air now that I smelled eagle, horse? Can I
Sure.
look in the air and
Yeah, sure.
see anything? Or
Mm-hmm.
all right, another perception check.
Yep.
All right.
Now that I see eagle horse.
All right. 13 plus 4, 17.
You don't really see anything up in the air, but I will say you do see kind of like near one of the tree line. There was obviously something being carried had like hit one of the branches.
Okay.
So you go over and investigate, and you see like there's a long white feather with like black spots on it.
I'll point that out. Feather.
Never mind. I was gonna roll a 2 to identify it.
Do I have any idea what the feather could be from?
Give me a nature test, please.
What's up, Falsum? I smell way too much humanoid.
So it's 9.
Not really a creature that you're really familiar with, but you can tell that like this is the combination. It's got that weird. It's obviously a bird feather. It is a bird feather that smells like a horse.
Bird feather that smells like a horse. Okay.
Does one of you other guys know like animals and stuff? Because like Spike's been trying to get this weird feather thing.
Yeah, I already rolled it. Big
Have some animal handling. Would that be What you're looking
I'll
for?
take an animal handling, sure.
You can handle me an animal.
Oh, there's a nat 20.
I got a
There we go.
23 altogether.
Stokey's like, oh, we got these on my home planet.
You actually do. You notice that this is the same type of feather that you see on a hippogriff.
Hippogriff.
A hippo with.
It's a griffin that criticizes the very things that it does itself.
It's a very exclusive.
How much? I'll kind of be looking at it, take a draw on the cigar. So it's like a hippogriff
That's one of them.
feather.
It's one of them turkey vultures.
That kind of gets the ear of Gordon. He's like, hippogriff. I don't think there's any wild hippogriff on this island. That's strange. Well, he kind of looks ahead. Well, we might have to look around some places with mountains on them. You said that there's also some lizard folk, maybe drag some people away.
Yeah, they probably would have dragged them back to their lair and then probably ate them.
Everybody give me an insight test. Actually, no. We're gonna do this. What's everybody's passive insight? If you were to roll a 10 and add your insight, what would it be?
13.
12.
15.
11.
Trevorin. You're kind of like looking around. You're doing the CSI angle, like looking at angles and shapes of different things, and you notice that while the tracks for the lizard folk lead into the jungle, the branch that was knocked down by the hippogriff flying away goes to the west.
Hmm. And we're right here on the beach, right? So it
Yep.
would potentially be a different island.
That's your guess.
Okay.
Turn to Spike. So what do you suppose these lizard folk were here for in the first place? I know you probably don't know them or anything, but
Food.
live food?
Whatever they can get.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lizard folk aren't picky. We eat what we can get.
Would they be going so far as to attack for it? Something like this.
If they were hungry enough or provoked, probably.
So there could even be a third party at hand here.
And they may have been just picking up the scraps.
I did smell them after the other smells.
Like they were present after everything.
Like they came later.
So they weren't probably the driving reason behind this attack then. Probably those hippogriffs. Those nasty
Well,
critters.
according to Gordon, they had a decent relationship with lizard folk. So my guess would be they probably didn't provoke a fight, but saw an opportunity after somebody else did.
I would agree.
Yes, I would think the lizard folk are probably not to blame in this instance.
And I'll point that it looks like the hippogriff came from the west there, so possibly another island. Are you familiar with those islands, Gordon?
Not particularly, no. But if you want need of the stone skull, I can sail you around anywhere around these parts. Just give me the heads up, and we'll weigh anchor. We could visit the humans on the other side of the bay. We could go further inland if you'd like. There are pterodactyls here, so I wouldn't really want to take the Spelljammer up above the island. I don't want to fight any pterodactyls off the side of my ship, you know. Size of... Well, you know what the planes are.
Well, we could go talk to the humans. They might know a little bit more about this too.
But yeah, he'll offer to take you anywhere on a ship. It shouldn't take very long to get around the edges of the island. But yeah, you now have a kind of a list of clues here. So I guess what would you like to do?
Should we check and make sure there's no survivors here, or is that...
You can do that, yeah. Go ahead and give me another perception test.
So 16?
I'll say that you do smell dwarf with that lizard folk smell.
Okay.
So, something was taken away, be it a live person or a dead body.
Okay. But there's no other... I don't
Not here, though.
smell here.
I'll say you guys even go into all the buildings, look around, and there's bodies, but no survivors.
So the lizard folk were taking live folks. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. Right.
It is a possibility.
Hippogriffs could be grabbing people and flying off.
Can hippogriffs fire guns, though? Didn't Mr. Vampire Man say that one of the victims had a gun wound?
Well, they were most likely mounted.
Kind of look at Spite and that carnival. Nah, they're not that accurate.
I didn't do too bad. I think we should go check out the humans to see if they were attacked as well, or if maybe they know something, or...
It'd be quicker to rule out the humans.
Yeah, if we go there and they're all dead too, then we know that's not them.
Well, that's a start.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Does that sound good, everybody?
Yeah.
Alright.
Captain.
Yeah, no, that was my vote.
Alright. You guys get back on the ship, sail across the Booty Bay.
Booty Bay. Djibouti Bay. Djibouti Dubs.
Let me get...
God, some of those Djibouti Dubs are so funny.
They're very funny.
Old lady, the cooking show. Oh my God.
Very funny.
Spaghetti stains in your bathtub? Oh no, not again.
Yeah, oh no, not again. Yeah, even the Billy Mays ones are pretty good. I don't think it was Djibouti Dubs, but there was also that Slap Chop one. Slap, slap, slap my nuts.
So,
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Is sailing there take longer than an hour?
Under
60
60
miles. About 100. Yeah, I'd say about an hour.
Okay, and we surge, so I guess at some point I'd change back to regular Spike
Okay.
instead of Purple Bear Spike.
Purple bear spike.
Purple
Okay.
Bear Spike.
Sorry, this is just luckily.
Yeah.
I have this thing. I have the Isle of Dread on my book at my house.
Oh.
I did not bring it with me. So I'm looking for the online resource I have for it.
Like a more detailed map or something?
I just need to know a name, but that's fine. I don't need it.
Oh.
I don't need it. You go and this is the village of the Pogo tribe. They had names, but now they don't. So
Yeah.
the Pogo tribe.
They will soon.
The
The Nonames.
Noname. The Pogo tribe is they're more the fishermen of this area. I see they have a lot of like spear fishers in the water, like with like crude fins made from like dinosaur webbing, like leather feet of dinosaurs and stuff. They're bringing up like you see the 2 or 3 dudes bringing up like a long 30-foot sea serpent they've like killed for like meat and various other like sorts of resources kind of drying on the beach. You guys sail up and they see a lot of you kind of like embarking, and they start to raise their spears and they see Gordon. And Gordon says some sort of island language to them, and they he flips them both off. Peace among worlds. They love it.
They love it. They dig it.
They dig it.
speaking of which, what happened?
He's in the other room.
And you guys disembark the ship. You can see it's about a village of about 200 to 300 Pogo tribe villagers. Like I said, the chieftain kind of walks up. He's got sort of a merman headdress made out of like sea monster parts that have like been like preserved with like lacquer. He's got like a large like shark bone necklace. Walks out, conch shell on the end of a like large like scepter. He speaks his language.
I'm kind of picturing Maui.
He speaks his language to Gordon, and Gordon says, "Well, this is Chief Wungabung of the Pogo tribe. He asked what you're doing what we're doing in his territory."
Well, we're here to see what happened to all those dwarves over in the other island there. There's been a massive attack of sorts. He steps back at the concept of a talking raccoon first.
He like does a sign at you, demon. He sort of we see him exchange words with Gordon. And he says, "The Pogo tribe has nothing to do with the dwarves across the bay. They keep to themselves, we keep to ourselves. We see that they fish from the sea as well. As long as they stay in their territory, they don't encroach on ours. We should be okay."
Well, what other faction what else might attack? Do you have any troubles yourselves with attacks?
He says that occasionally, him and the other tribes will go to war if there's a disagreement on like, you know, somebody hunting in somebody else's hunting grounds. Like, some of the other chiefs of the other islands will maybe want to conquer some of the inner land. Sometimes the great one, the great dinosaur called Scarface. He describes as a giant like megasaur, like a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, will burst through the blockades on a hunting run, and the tribes have to kind of band together to fight him off.
You never really win. You just drive them away for another day.
Drive them back for a little while. Yeah, Scarface hasn't been seen in a few months though, and it's not usually his hunting time until like the late summer. He'll patrol the inside of the island mostly.
Okay.
But yeah, we haven't had any problems with him or anybody else.
What about these flying nasty bird eagle? What did you say? Eagle lions or
Hippogriffs.
Yeah, but not really using
horse eagles.
Horse eagle, yeah, horse eagle. That's
Horse
horse
eagle.
eagle horse.
Yes, do you mean the eagles that sell their... No, I was going to say, I was working that's a stupid joke. Do you mean the seagulls that sell themselves for shiny rocks?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was working on that.
He says, he kind of speaks in like a strange language and sort of gestures, and he says that those creatures are not something that we know of here. We've been all around the interior of this for many generations, and nobody's seen a flying horse like you describe. We don't normally get out to the other islands though, so he would say that if you go to look for these horse eagles, you check the islands first before you maybe go to into the island itself.
What one do you suppose would be the best to start searching then?
This one is, he points to the south. He said that was mostly uninhabited, but there's no mountains. It looks like you're going to want something with like either hills or mountains on it. If it's the type of animal that you're looking for, it sounds like an eagle would be hunting in a mountainous area.
Okay. Which would have the most mountains then through here?
Just how they are how they're represented, so...
Okay. Probably that center one below, yeah.
This is an active volcano.
Okay.
This one's got a little bit of mountain on it. This one's got a mountain range on it. This one's got a bit of a mountain range. This one's mostly mountain. This one's like a big mountain range.
Alright. I'm gonna root out and hand him a bottle of perfume and hand it to him as a thanks.
He uncorks it and drinks it.
Okay then.
He says, well, your offering is thanked. He says, he goes, whoa, and he gives it for a few other people. They'll
Okay, I'm done with them. If you guys have any questions, feel free, but I think that'd be a good place to start is maybe up to the north and work our way south
Yeah.
to that volcano at last.
Mm-hmm.
There is, like, as you guys are starting to get back on the boat, Miner. One of the Islander hunters, like, you see is jogging up to you. He's like, go the way. And kind of like trying to get your attention.
Stop and turn.
He hands you a bag. As you look at the bag, it's this odor kind of hits your nose, and it's like a black slimy type of oily paint. You can tell a lot of the fishermen have it on their on their face and on their necks. Gordon walks up and says, "Oh," he says, "this is repellent for sea serpents that hunt in the area. You should find yourself in the water. Maybe apply this in the sea serpents won't want to go attack." And then you look, your gaze kind of carries over, and you see the 30-foot long sea serpent that they've hunted. So yeah, spines and teeth and not fun stuff all over it.
Say, Spike, you wouldn't mind dabbing a bit of that sauce on me and making me taste real sour, would you?
It's gonna make you taste like chicken.
How about chicken that's past its prime, then?
I mean, technically, it had to be cooked in it, so
I'll go with sunbathe for a few hours.
Chicken flavored raccoon. Mm-mm.
Hey, for all we know, it is.
all right. I'll say you guys sail out. It's starting to be about nighttime. You guys kind of arrive midday.
Okay.
It starts to be about sunset as you guys are about. I'll say about here. Captain weighs anchor for the night. She's like, well, if we're gonna approach this island, I want to do it, maybe relatively with some daylight at our backs.
Oh, it's been a long day. I can't agree more.
As you guys are sort of chilling out here on the boat, you do see that there are in the waves, where you're kind of looking. It's very clear water. Before the darkness kind of takes over, you see kind of interspersed into these reefs. You see some dwarven equipment actually in the water, deep in the water, and it looks like they've converted some of the mining equipment, some of the headlight, the lamps and stuff into helmets, and so it looks like they're converted some of the stuff into diving gear. But then you look next to it, and there's a giant, 20-foot across clam, buried itself into the sand.
Okay.
How deep is it?
I'd say about 20 feet down into the water.
Can I jump in the water and swim down to take a look at it?
Sure.
Okay.
Some of the sea serpent repellent.
Are we close enough? 20 feet down, can a sea serpent get into that deep water, shallow water? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe just for your own safety, lad. Haggis hands him a rope and ties it off on the boat.
There you go. So you have a spike fishing pole.
Yeah.
As you swim down, you're kind of night vision. You have dark vision, right?
I don't think lizard folk have dark vision, actually.
Okay. That's weird. You can pretty much see down there as you swim closer. Go ahead and give me an athletics.
Athletics, okay. Well, that's not gonna go good. I got a 2.
It just takes you a little while to get to the clam itself. You're starting to run kind of a little low on air. As you get to the clam, it's kind of tight shut, but you see that there's a pickaxe laying next to the discarded helmet.
Okay. So there's a helmet down there and a pickaxe, and then there's a clam. Does it look like the clam ate somebody?
It doesn't look like
not
there's
nice.
any sort of struggle. You don't see any like pickaxe gouges on the end of the clam.
Lizard folk can hold their breath for 15 minutes. It
minutes.
just said so.
Okay, good.
He's got time.
Alright.
I also have a swimming speed of 30, so.
Okay, good. So you slide right into the water then.
Yeah, it's not saying anything about
No, I don't.
dark vision.
No
though.
dark vision.
He's just an Argonian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's a pickaxe. Is the helmet, you said they had headlamps, right? Is the headlamp on?
As you pick up the helmet, you can see that it's attached to a hose,
Okay.
and then like there's a rip in the hose, like it got like ripped off.
Okay.
So it's obviously attached to some kind of like source. And you see that like, there's like padding and like tightening like belts around like the neck area. So it's like a crude like diving helmet that somebody
Okay.
made. But as you sort of are looking around, you see that there's some scuff marks on the lip of the clam.
Okay. So maybe they were trying to get into the
Could be.
clam. Okay. Can I pick up the pickaxe, or is it
Yeah.
like wedged? Can I pick up the pickaxe and just poke the clam? See what happens?
Sure. High or low?
High.
Wow, we're not gonna get banned for poking the clam on stream.
You sort of are able to like boom boom like tap at it, and slowly like this like bubbles rise out, and sitting in like the middle tongue is like a basketball sized like iridescent pearl.
Okay. Can I try and swing? Because I'm getting like a pickaxe. Can I try and hook the pearl and try and knock it out of the clam? Okay.
Give me dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay. Okay, 19 plus 1. So 30, 20.
You're able to kind of maneuver the pick and whoop, pink it out. Kind of rolls into the sand.
Okay.
You see a shape up in the water, about maybe 60 feet from Andy.
Okay.
You see a red ridge of fins that come through the waves.
I'm going to dash to the far side of the ship away from him, and I'm going to cast Minor Illusion in the water and make it appear like a big fish is swimming away.
Hi. Yes. Hello.
Okay. Alright. You see, it rolls into the sand, the large pearl.
Do I notice the Jared making a big fish?
You notice you see a flash of light, and you see this giant, I'll say giant tuna that had not been here
Giant
before.
tuna.
Like one of those like Dragon Ball like 30-foot tunas.
That he eats. Okay. Do I see anything else?
You also see,
I see.
trying to be stealthy, one of those 30-foot long sea serpents.
Okay. Do I have time to grab the pearl?
You have one chance, so give me a dexterity check, please.
Okay.
If you have a spell, feel free.
9 plus 1, so I got a 10.
10?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Alright. High or low?
Let's do high.
Fortunately, that's an 8. As you try to go for it, and I'll say the crew pulls you back as your hands go in the
Just
water,
missed it, okay.
and just they haul you up, and the sea serpent, is now just like, it dives through the illusory fish, and is now just like circling the ship.
Okay.
He's like, I smell peoples.
I smell dinner.
Someone boop outside.
We've got 3 people with firearms here.
I thought sharks liked it when you shit your pants. They call it shark sugar.
Shark
That sounds about right.
I heard. That's what I heard. If you shit your pants, it makes them bite you harder.
I know you're not supposed to make a lot of
First I've heard of this.
You just
And
punch him in the
go
nose.
with shark sugar.
Yeah.
shark sugar.
When you crap your pants out of fear, if you see from a shark while swimming in the ocean, your crap is like sugar shark, and it'll go crazy and attack you. This term was first used and popularized by Rob Dyrdek on his MTV show Fantasy Factory.
Thank you, Rob Dyrdek.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all come up when you crap your pants out of fear. So,
Today I learned.
You're supposed to punch him in the
Something new
nose.
every day. Alright.
You scared the shark sugar out of me.
Well, Tom was like, "Whoa, that was close." Maybe
I'm gonna
we'll-
catch it in a cube.
Spike, you scratch.
He turns around, scratches Tom.
Shut up, Tom.
All right, well, we'll try next time. But yeah, okay. So you kind of put two and two together that the dwarves aren't just mining things here; they are going after these pearls. The pearl's still there. You can see it kind of like giving off this little yellowish gold light, kind of in the darkness.
It said it was like 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if anyone would like to try to get it, there's a sea serpent next to the ship. But it's up to you if you want to try something tricky.
So there's a pearl in the clam.
No, you've got it out of the clam. It's sitting in the sand, but you can see it glowing at the bottom of the ocean floor. It's only about 20 feet down below the ship.
Wait, it's 20 feet down?
It's 20 feet down, but it's like a little bit of ways away.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 60. It's about 60 feet away total.
Let me cook here.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything really.
If I could get just a little bit closer, I could fish it out. Is swim speed about the same as maybe slower than walking?
Let me check the. Let me check my notes here.
Sure. To get swim speed equal to your walking speed in 5e, you need a spell, subclass feature, class feature, racial feature.
So yeah, it's not one for one. I know there's a way to figure out your swim speed,
Yeah.
but I know it's not one for one.
No, I figured it was a little bit slower, yeah.
I don't know, mine's the same. 30 feet.
Because yours is a racial
Yeah, you're
benefit.
A lizard.
Does Jesse's character actually swim or just sink?
No, you could kind of swim.
I know,
While
about
climbing
there.
or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot or 2 extra feet in difficult terrain, unless you
So-
have climbing or swim speed.
So 15 feet per 30 feet, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
How heavy is it?
You have to ask me that one, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It looks to be about 10 pounds.
Okay. Okay. And you said 60 feet down?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait.
It's 40 away and 20 down.
Okay. Gotcha. Are we on the ship right now?
Yep.
Okay, so we could go closer to it.
No, let's say yeah. You could get the captain maneuver a little bit closer.
Okay.
Pull anchor and move a
Yeah.
few.
If we can get within 30 feet of it, I can get it out of the water with my chickens.
Okay.
Does it weigh less than 10 pounds?
Exactly.
At least 10
I'm for that.
Okay.
I'll say yeah. You're able to, with the captain's finagling. As long as you get the spell to do it, I won't make you roll for it.
Say if it's difficult, I can use my own mage hand to assist him.
But you're able to
Mage
slip a
claw.
magical hand underneath and pull it up and onto the deck of the ship.
I will hand it to the our fisherman over here.
You do notice a slight magical aura coming from the pearl, as though it is the iridescence is magical in nature.
Oh.
It's a magical clam you got.
Could I try to maybe see what it is? I've seen a lot of interesting things in my years.
Sure.
Probably Arcana, Investigation.
I'll take an Arcana.
Arcana? Okay, cool. I rolled a 16 with a 5, so that'd be 21.
It looks as though something in the waters here at the Isle of Dread is making things like a little bit more like magically imbued. So the clam is kind of processing this, and there's like what's called residium
Okay.
kind of built up into these pearls. You can use residium to make magical items.
Ooh.
So it's like this is like a pearl of magical power.
Cool. And you said it's something with the water, you think? Or we think?
Something in the island itself.
The island, okay. So probably if we were to go flirt with that giant lizard, we might find yeah.
You want to find old Scarface?
I want to see Scarface.
Alright, polish her up, throw her in the inventory, and probably take our long rest.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else had any business they wanted to take care of.
Nope.
Okay.
Is the sea serpent still just circling the boat? Or?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it'll be there for like 3 hours and it goes away.
Okay.
No more commotion in the water, it gets
Yeah.
bored.
All right. The dawn rises on the next day. Beautiful sunrise across this tropical island. Crystal blue waters, like shimmering, and just sort of like if you didn't know the dangers of this place, you're like, man, this would be a really good place to live. Except for
Let's
all
come
the
back for a vacation.
except for all the monsters that want to kill us.
Yeah.
As you guys sort of like get awakened and everything, he starts up the Spelljammer again and drifts through here. He said, "All right, what island did you want me to investigate first?"
How long can we, or how far can we go before it's like beginning to be unreasonable, I guess?
Well, the 60 miles. This would be about 120 miles a square. But we're talking a Spelljammer,
Yeah.
not a wind ship.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody spelljamming, I say you could easily do 100 miles an hour.
Okay. So we could probably 1, 2,
See the
3,
weight on it.
4, 5, 6, round up to maybe 7. So that'd be about a 7-ish hour trip to that northernmost island.
Yeah.
Okay. I would suggest starting there and then working our way back south, maybe. But
Okay.
I am not the captain. I am but a humble first mate.
The captain listens to your suggestion, first mate.
Roger, Roger.
All right.
Alright, yeah, let's cruise on up.
He sort of levitates the ship about like maybe 10 feet above the water line, just to get some speed,
Yeah.
and then just like this wake of just the water like kicks up these two wings as like the shark fins with the hammerhead kind of like just lightly kiss the water. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just put it right here.
Perfect.
As you kind of pull closer to this sort of northern part of the island, you can see those pterodactyls that he was talking about. They are flying kind of like around the inner jungle.
Okay.
They are they're about half the size of the Spelljammer. They're large creatures. They're the large creatures. So
Okay.
Do they have the giant tag?
Maybe the Gigantosaurus has the giant tag.
I want to see somebody swing an axe at a flying pterodactyl.
So here's what we do: we load it in a harpoon.
And
Yeah. Well, alright.
As you guys sail closer, you do notice a small settlement in the sand here. An ancient stone building cut up to the south. A sandbar going up to the north. And then a ship parked off the coast. And a couple watchtowers. And a stone building built into the side of the sort of mountain. And you can see hippogriffs flying around like the tops of the peaks of that mountain.
Ooh. Are there any people or creatures other than the hippogriffs around the temples?
You take the spyglass and give me a perception test.
8 plus 4, so 12.
Take the spyglass. You see that the crews on the ship, is kind of moving about on the deck. They're loading some crates that have the mark of the dwarven, like there's like a dwarven seal of like whatever
Okay.
on the crates itself, like maybe a kingdom or a company. There's obvious dwarven like language as well. But you also see that as you scan up into like one of the watchtowers, there is also a person with a spyglass like scanning the horizon.
Okay, is there any sort of at least somewhat universal flag or something to fly of like parlay or we're not here to attack?
The white flag.
The white flag?
it's usually a surrender, though. Nah.
I don't know. I guess there's a kind of flag you could wave that says that. I'm not a Navy
I was
guy.
gonna say kind of like a thieves' cant. I have thieves' cant if that would work, but I think that's more of a stretch.
Let's look up pirate flags.
Something that basically says we're not here to storm the beaches. We're just gonna ask some questions.
And their meanings. Oh, this just says Bartholomew, Black Sam, Blackbeard, Calico Jack.
The different.
That's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'll just say that there's a blue flag. We'll say the blue flag is the talk flag. I'm not going to really get into it.
The parlay or whatever.
Sure. It's got two hands shaking on it. It's got two dudes busting fucking glasses together. You wave that flag. And a little while you see some commotion on the ship. You see another person wave a similar flag.
Okay. I think it'd be safe enough to move in then.
I mean,
He's probably doing bathroom break or something.
I guess if you'd like, it's up to the crew.
Well, the captain's on the ship right now, so I'll make the call.
Okay.
Let's go in slow and see if we can get some information.
Okay. I'll say your ship's sails.
Probably midway. Not all the way to the other ship, but on the beach so we can approach on foot.
So where you want to be?
About halfway between the temple and the ship, but on the beach. So we
Okay.
can actually disembark and approach.
I know it doesn't matter now, but I found a flag that might work. It's a yellow and blue flag with the line down the middle. Left is yellow, right is blue, and it means I wish to communicate with you.
Okay, we wave that flag.
Okay,
There we go.
awesome. Thank you.
Inspiration for looking it up. Awesome.
Yeah, put that on your character sheet because you can use that for a reroll.
Yeah, for
later.
real.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, we keep those until we just use them. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
As you are kind of like, are you gonna like walk down the beach at these people?
Well, I would suggest to the crew maybe somebody humanoid should be handling this because they're
They-
probably gonna freak out at the talking.
Have they
match.
shown any like reciprocal?
They've returned the flag that you
Okay,
waved. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were they?
They're dwarves, aren't they?
No, actually, there's a smattering of humans and other
Humans.
type of humanoid races.
Okay, I thought I heard dwarf in there.
Actually, you guys haven't really perceived much at them at all. Like, you just sort of saw that they're humans. Just
Yeah.
Started going in. All right.
so, what do you guys do?
Captain's still out.
Still a whole new world for me. I don't know if I should be the one talking to him.
Well, I could talk to him, but probably not the best. My charisma is a -1.
Allie got a +1 to mine. Should we wait for Captain to return? I think that'd probably be the most appropriate.
I got a +2, but
I mean, what do
Gordon
we want?
does say, if you put my ship in danger, I'm pulling us out. This is a training for you. I'm not here to get my ship shot down by a bunch of land-loving pirates. Or planet-loving pirates, I should say.
Yeah.
What are we wanting to talk to them about?
That'd be a good thing for you to figure out before you send somebody out to
Yeah.
talk to them about, wouldn't it?
Well, I figure what the attack to the south is about, and then what the hippogriffs to the north are about. If that's their pets, or if that's they coexist with them, or
I'll say you that one, Jared. You see one riding a hippogriff.
okay,
You're pretty easily able to put one together that they ride it.
okay. Well, that's kind of what I wanted to know. So, well, it's up to you, lads. I suppose. Do you want to attack and loot, or just boot and scoot? We got our answer.
So we're seeing humanoids flying hippogriffs, and the dwarfs were attacked by hippogriffs.
So, Captain,
What?
these humans here. He's big, yeah.
just getting his headphone on now.
So, Captain,
That's me.
it would appear that these humans are treating these hippogriffs as pets on this island. We haven't made contact yet, but they have agreed to the banner of parley. They waved a truce flag, essentially, so we can talk. What do you think we kind of got our answer where the hippogriffs came from?
Well, I mean, if they're willing to talk with us, we might be able to figure out what happened. Did we get like a head count of how many we saw?
That's
No.
a good question.
Like I said, nobody's really perceived that much much else.
I just got a nat 1 on that, so I'm really nearsighted right now.
Crack
let's
at
see.
it and look
This is a
around.
little bit
everybody
of me
feel-
expertise.
Say, I'm never gonna punish you for rolling a dice. Just
23 on perception.
23 perception.
There we go. Maybe the sharpshooters.
I got 21.
21. Loose head count 50. Whew. You have a crew of 30. Whew. They've got about, if you had to like estimate it, because they have a fort. They have a fort and a ship.
This
Does their
appears
ship
to be
look-
their home.
Does their ship appear to be a spelljammer as well?
You can't really tell, but it has conventional sails. If you had to say, if you had to put money on it, you'd bet maybe 60% no. These look like regular sailors.
Can I see, since they're waving the flag, can I see if they are acting like they want to talk, or if they're like waving the flag, but I see people.
You
like,
see, like coming out of the drawbridge, like area, like the main gate of the pirate fortress. You see that there is a woman with blue skin and horns. She's got like this purple coat with like gold trim. She looks like the captain of whatever ship this is. She's got an ogre like behind her with a crossbow, and about 3 burly just humans with like like swords in their belts.
So somebody
But
bodyguard.
you do also see that like up in some of the watchtowers and on the wall, there are like people with muskets, like with like guns trained. So like they do have like some people like looking at them. Where you guys are gonna meet?
Okay. And they haven't like pointed out like we want to meet here. They've just come out.
They're kind of approaching like down the beach because you guys are at the beach as well. So if you guys estimate, they'll probably like meet you guys like midway, like right there.
Oh my goodness. Hang on, you're stepping on me. There you go.
I'm gonna go scout the head and see what I can find out. I'm gonna go. They won't suspect an animal like me for much. He'll disrobe his obvious robe and hat, and he'll scamper off the ship and go into the woods.
Okay, stealth check, please.
That's gonna be a whopping 26.
Okay. You're able to slip off the side of the ship and kind of like swim or further down, like further into the jungle area. I'll see you hit like right here. Each of these squares is about 50 feet.
Okay.
So it's going to be kind of up to you where you want to head. You hit the jungle line, and you do notice that there's like that building to the south, and then like through the thick jungle, there's like some trails, but it's mostly just like brush.
I'll probably stick along the tree line to stay hidden, but not so much where I can't see like the ship and stuff like that.
Okay, so where do you want to go?
So, go directly west of the ship to the tree line.
Let's do. You're gonna be a cat.
Trash cat.
So probably about like here.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And then I'll just slowly make my way north while these guys
Okay.
deal with the people.
Who's gonna go talk to? I'll say that the captain, the ogre, and the three bodyguards are at like that meeting spot. They're waiting for you guys. Who's gonna come out and speak to him?
Well, Captain.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
All right. Who do you want to take with you?
The bravest of boys.
I'll go with them.
I'll go.
I can go too.
Okay. All right. You guys disembark the ship.
Now let's split the party even more.
You guys walk to the meeting area. Get closer. You hear the ogre say, "So I'll shoot him now, miss." She says, "No, we haven't spoken to them yet. Just give them time." She says, "Oh, right." You get close. The woman bows, takes off her hat, and extends her hand. She says, "Greetings to you. I am Cerulean Blue. I'm the captain of the Blue Lady," and she motions to the ship. You don't notice that there's the flat. Her pirate standard is like the mud flap lady, but it's like an elf lady. She's got long ears, like the mud flap naked lady, like reclining.
Oh, on the trooper mud flap.
Yeah, yeah. That's like her pirate flag, but she's got the crossbones behind it. Says, "Welcome to my island. It's pleased that we don't normally get visitors, especially ones in such a strange ship. What brings you here to my island, sir?" She kind of like, "Sir."
I'll take off my hat, return the courtesy and do a little bow and say, my name is Torvin, and I am the acting captain of the Hammerhead.
Sure, yeah. It's not your ship. It's the Stone Skull.
Yeah.
That's why I said acting captain.
Yeah, acting captain.
And yes, I'll basically explain that yes, I'm the acting captain of the Hammer Skull or whatever it's called.
Not my ship. I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm a rental kit.
Yeah, I just work here.
I just work here, lady. I just work here.
And I'll say that we had recently arrived on the island. Trying to think of it. Basically, we recently arrived on the island, returning a person of interest back here for a job. And then, is Gordon with us?
Gordon, I'll say Gordon's with you. Yeah.
I'll point to him as the prospect.
He
person
nods.
of interest.
Hello.
And when we got back to his village, we realized it had been ransacked and raided, and now we are trying to figure out what happened. We'd seen evidence of hippogriffs, lizard folk, and we are just trying to put pieces together to figure out what has happened.
She kind of nods and she says, "Well, I do recognize that there are some dwarves operating on the island without my permission. They were taking some of the iridescent pearls from the bay. Now, I believe we had an agreement that they could mine the ore from the mountains, but I don't think we said that they could take the pearls from the ocean. You see Gordon's grip kind of tighten a little bit, and he sort of whispered, like, yeah, we didn't say we couldn't do it either. And he kind of whispers, he kind of says under his breath. So, of course, we found the dwarves stealing from us, taking the pearls for themselves. So we took the pearls, and we took the dwarves, and they can work off their sentence as, let's say, workers for us, and in our different enterprises here in the island.
And what is their sentence?
I think about 10, 15 years worth of hard labor is fair for the thousands of gold worth of product they stole from us.
And if you took the dwarves, then why were there so many signs of battle and bloodshed?
Well, I mean, they didn't want to come quietly. You see her tiefling tail kind of like twirling around. She's got like a bit of a smug attitude. Like,
She's holding all the cards.
yeah, she's holding all the cards here. She says, "Now, if you want to negotiate for the release of the dwarves, we can do that. However, I'm going to be keeping all the pearls that they took out of my bay."
I'll look to Gordon, just because, I mean, this is kind of like his people.
He's pretty red in the face.
I'll send him a message.
Okay.
I have a message.
Okay.
And I'll send him, what do you want to do here? These are your people.
We didn't.
It belongs to everyone, baby.
He messages back like this was not part of our agreement. I mean, like, I guess technically we didn't say that we were gonna take the pearls, but we, you know, I don't see her people getting them up either. But I guess if we could negotiate for the release of my people and avoid bloodshed, we could do that. But I mean, she is a pirate. I wouldn't trust her as far as I can throw her.
Well, that's good, because I can't throw her very far, so...
Yeah, they're not independent contractors like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say, well, I'd be interested to have negotiations for the release of his people.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Why don't you and your group come with us to the keep We'll have a meal, and we'll negotiate. How about that?
I think that sounds fair to me. Yep.
Okay.
I could eat.
Raises his hand. I could eat.
17 insight on her.
Sure. She looks like her tail is really wet, like curling.
Like an excited cat.
Yeah.
She, probably just gonna lead us in and take us as well, I'm thinking. I'm not saying this out loud yet,
Here.
so.
I think she's going to take us inside and just point at us.
Do I see Minor kind of like eyeballing her?
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are kind of like in a row, like a half circle.
Well, as I'm looking at him doing that, I'll just kind of like try to like lock eyes with him and give him like a knowing like nod kind of thing.
Okay. So you know that he knows that you know that you know.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Precisely.
And knowing is half the battle.
It's been a long morning. Let's adjourn to my study. And she kind of turns and starts to walk back into the castle. The big ogre says, "You've been invited to the ladies' quarters. Mind your feet. Mind your business. Guess I can't shoot you now." He stows the crossbow. Fuck.
Fuck.
And he starts to charge back, and so the other men start to like part. The other will escort you into the castle. I think with that for tonight, we will call it for tonight's meeting, and we will pick up at the negotiation table of the blue lady, Cerulean Blue, and her pirate fortress. Well, our man on the outside
Isn't even a man at all.
a raccoon in the jungle, lurks about.
A raccoon in the jungle.
Every few foot, seeing a shell or something. Ooh, I'll be taking that.
I have to stop this. It's like,
Hopefully he doesn't get pursued by like a cheetah or something.
I mean, there are wild hippogriffs on this island, so don't eagles eat raccoons? I've seen them carry off small dogs. Or those are eagles.
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah,
anything that
small
they
dog.
can grip. If you would know to go after
Well,
chilies.
that'll be shitting pricks when they're taking necrotic damage.
We'll stay low. But yeah, I'll end it for tonight there. So you guys had your first taste of ship combat. You guys have had your first taste of voyaging in the astral sea and beyond. You've done some investigation on the beach here. I'll say 20 XP. You know, you guys got quite a bit of learning done on today's adventure. So
And we only needed one rest. Didn't even really need it.
next
but-
time we play, I'll have some printed out materials for you for your different positions and what you can do while you're in each of the positions here. And yeah, what was everyone's? How'd you like the ship combat? How did that feel? That feel a little organic enough for you guys? Do you want me to change anything? You want me to?
It felt kind of natural from what we were doing, you know, like
Okay.
we had Rocknar with the harpoon and all that.
Yeah, because
from
it's
before.
when you're fighting a ship, you're gonna have a different initiative for their pilot and their weapons.
Oh yeah.
So,
that's- yeah. But
But all right, cool.
well, I hope everybody had fun. Yeah. Hope everybody had fun watching tonight. Oldie says great session. Falsum said glad I could catch you today. Lufaya says fun session. Everybody's awesome with it.
You guys got a bunch of perfume from a bunch of weirdos in space.
That's right.
I saw some tribesmen drink one of those.
Yeah, you know, apparently enjoy it? Question mark.
You guys should have given one of the mutant health potions.
I thought about it, but then,
He
yeah.
just sprouts a wing.
If he wasn't chieftain already, he is now.
Holy shit.
But yeah, thank you everybody. Schizo for that raid, and congratulations on finishing your campaign as well. But I want to make sure I'm not really skipping anybody. Aralai as well. G Willikers,
G.
Reaper.
Willikers.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but we still appreciate y'all the same. So, but yeah, we'll be back in about 2 weeks. We'll see. I know Jeremy said he's available. I'm not sure if we're doing Mass Effect or if we're gonna keep Spelljamming, but one way or another, we'll be
Keep spelljamming.
That's right. But yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks if nothing happens in the meantime. But and then of course I'll be back next Wednesday doing my game normal things. So, but thank you all for coming by tonight. And with that said,
I'll keep my ship on for you.
have a great night, everybody.
Keep a hippogriff on for you.
Yeah, the hippogriff. Laters, everybody.